Well, hello, hello. Maggie says hi. Maggie's the social one. How is everyone
Hi, everybody.
tonight? Hi, hi, hi. So, yes, look what we're tracking tonight. There's Hurricane Genevieve off the coast of Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah,
So, I will just put that in motion and see which way it's tracking.
it looks nasty.
So,
Yeah,
see, they're just going to get brushed, and our place is right there. So we're just going to hit the edge of the hurricane. So it's not a direct hit, and
no.
so I will just put that there. So we're kind of keeping an eye on that. We talked to our son Manuel today. He says the winds are high, so we don't think we're going to have a roof on our sunshade or palapa when we get back.
If you see in the videos, the palapa we built, we don't think it's going to be there.
So hello, weekend RVing. Wonder if it's both James and Millie. Hi guys. We have Loving Life hitched up. Oh, hello again. And we have Christian Nomad. Welcome, welcome again. Scott Jacobs in appreciation. Hi, hi, hi. Artist on the road. What's up, everyone from Weekend RV? Catfish Terry. Hello, host. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you, everyone, for coming from Roy and Becky's.
Oh,
We
yes,
appreciate the raid.
that was
Always,
fun.
always. Yes.
That,
We,
that those questions were hard.
yeah. The only one I remember is USS Minnow
That's it.
because that's a question and when they're playing that board game there in Scrooge. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
so I remember that one. Linda Barker, how are you tonight? I guess it's tonight for most of us,
Some of us. Yeah.
except for people on the West Coast. And let's see. So there we go. So I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. We've had fun following everybody's lives today.
It was fun.
We were live hopping as we were getting ready. Being a new segment, typically the Saturday segment, it's easier to wing it because we participated in the videos. And on these Wednesday evening videos about traveling and RVing in Baja, we've done it, but we wanted to really research um, the technicalities of crossing the border today. So spent all day looking at going through the Discover Baja Travel Club site. Now, before we even get any further, we are not sponsored by Discover Baja Travel,
No.
Club. We contacted them last week for the last show. We never heard back from them. I think with the My Sharona Cyrus, uh, their offices they're just barely getting stuff done, and I don't think they have extra time to come on the show.
Right.
And so we just want to make that clear. We don't receive any commissions or any sponsorship from Discover Baja. It just so happens that it is our uh, travel club that we use. They were recommended highly by different people when we asked the Facebook kind of Travel Mexico or Driving Mexico or Drive Mexico Facebook group. So we decided to go with them. We have our auto insurance, Mexican auto insurance with them. There's lots of benefits. You also get travel insurance and lots of wonderful stuff with the club. You get discounts at a lot of businesses as you're going down Baja. It goes on, and we'll just kind of look at that today. So
But
we'd
that
like,
but that storm looks nasty.
it does look nasty. Let's see. Thank you, Millie and James. Yes, please hit the thumbs up before everybody forgets. Um, Looks like our robot hasn't kicked in yet.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's taking a minute for us to see that we've gone live, our stream elements, so there'll be reminders there. So we'd like to start with 3 questions for you. Okay, one of them is, who is interested in RVing in Baja besides Papa Drew?
Yeah, we know Papa Drew is.
So, and we know he will be driving
Yeah.
pants optional.
Yes. Yeah.
So
But we discussed that. Winnie the Pooh can work it with no pants. So
okay, so you can say I'm interested. Has anybody actually RV'd in Baja in Mexico? And then just answer, I have RV'd in Mexico or in MX.
right.
And does anybody want to come up with us tonight so that we're not looking at stereo
R2 pictures.
stereo of us. So to be part of the discussion, either you have questions about it and you'd like to be on the show, or you have already traveled in Mexico, either with an RV or with a vehicle.
Oh, there we go.
And that would be interested in talking about their experience traveling in Mexico. So those are the kind of the three things. If anybody says yes, please, I'd like to come on, I'll drop the link.
That's funny.
So I'll copy that to the clipboard.
Cowgirl says she thinks that she's gonna bunk with Dad and Tracy. Cowgirl parking.
Oh, is that Tasha?
I don't know. Is that her name?
I would imagine.
Is that you, Tash? I never ever did ask her what her name was. Maybe it is Tasha.
Well, my daughter is starting a new YouTube channel all about basically animals.
Can you explain why there's two screens? Because people are asking again.
Are they asking again?
Yeah, camping therapy.
It's just that if we don't have two screens, then it looks like this, and we don't have our wonderful background in view. So we use our phone to get two screens.
We like looking at the top there. You see the sunset.
Yeah, see, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have the top screen with the sunset, and at the bottom.
Oh, that is Tash.
It is Tash, isn't it?
Yep. I didn't know her name was Cowgirl Parking.
Well, she just set up.
Cool.
She just set up her YouTube channel.
Good for you.
And we will be introducing her probably on a Saturday segment. We'll have her on.
That's awesome.
To talk about her channel. She's just getting started. She edited her first video. She's setting up her Facebook, Instagram. Her YouTube channel is being set up. So she's super busy getting that done. So let's leave that till the Saturday chat. Alrighty.
So what were the questions again?
Why do you have two? Oh, our three questions?
Yeah.
Are you interested in traveling RVing in Baja, Mexico?
See, Papa Drew had mentioned it. That's why Christian is mentioning it now again, is that he wanted to hit Quartzsite and then from Quartzsite go down to Baja. So
based on that, does anybody have any questions? Like, we'd like to answer the major questions about crossing the border. We dealt with it a little bit last Wednesday, but we wanted to kind of either you think it's like no sweat, you just cross the border, or you're totally terrified and oh my God, there's so many things that you have to take care of and you're afraid to do it and you're afraid that it's dangerous and all that stuff. So I think people have both. Kind of both impressions.
Yeah.
But what we'd like to do is just show you a little bit of our video. It's the first video that we did just before we crossed into Mexico. Last year.
Sorry.
So it was our first time actually RVing. It was our first time RVing. Going across to Mexico and driving down Baja. So we had lots of fear and concerns. Okay, I had a lot of fears and concerns. So there was a lot of planning involved and sleepless nights.
Christian Nomad is asking, is there a passport required?
Good question. Christian, hang on to that question. What we're going to do right now is we're just going to have a quick peek at a video that we did just the night before. We were in San Diego and just before we crossed the border.
And scared.
And scared. Okay, so just hang on. We'll play the video. Stay tuned for our Baja series.
Where are we headed, Papa?
We're going to Mexico. So I know a lot of you have been waiting with anticipation for our Mexico series. And so now finally the day has come. We are crossing into Mexico after doing Highway 1 and 101 all the way down the West Coast. So if you haven't been watching that series, we'll put a link actually down below of the playlist so far to get us down to this point. So we're quite excited and a little nervous too of crossing the border into Mexico.
Well, you are. Not me.
But
I want to get going.
it just seems like there was so many things to kind of get done before we crossed the border. So we spent a few extra days in San Diego getting all that done. The big one probably was service the truck.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that we had fresh oil and a fresh filter before we crossed down to Mexico, because we're going to be down in Mexico for about 4 months. We don't want to have to try to find an oil change place in Mexico.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're going to get that done before we leave, to be able to go all the way down to Cabo San Lucas and back on one oil change. And when we get back to the US, we'll do our next oil change.
Perfect.
So join us. Let's go have some fun in Baja. So there you go. That was the night before, and that was like honest reaction. We were okay. I didn't sleep much that night.
You didn't sleep much.
No, I did not. So we were hoping to try to help people alleviate those fears and kind of get to know what you need to know to cross into Mexico. So Christian, to answer your question, we're just gonna put this on the side. So yes, you do need a border. You do need a passport too. Okay. Sorry guys, just trying to kind of get things.
Right there.
Okay, so you do need a passport, regardless if you're traveling by plane, air, sea. You need a passport to come. So that answers that question. Coming back into the U.S., it seems like for children under 16 or something, you can come back with just a birth certificate. But regardless, you need a passport to go into Mexico. You also need a tourist visa. Uh-oh. Our screen just flashed.
It's okay.
So you also need a tourist visa. So let's just see if we can find something. So you need a tourist visa. So it's called the FMM. I'm going to go full screen on you here.
Yeah, they'll see it better if you go full screen.
Okay, and this is what the slip looks like. Now, you can get the FMM from Discover Baja Travel Club. Okay, so we'll just call it Discover Baja. You can get it at the border, but it's a pain in the butt. You have to stop. You have to fill out the paperwork.
Right.
Then you have to go to a cashier. Then you have to go back to the border, get it stamped, and then go back to your vehicle and then drive across. So you can avoid most of that by going online. I think they need 5 to 7 days to process it. It's all in here somewhere.
Yeah. But it's a lot easier to fill it out before you get to the border, and then all you got to do is get it stamped.
So yeah, so it's prepaid, it's pre-filled out, it comes in your inbox, you print it, and you take it to the border. It comes with a receipt. So literally all you're doing is walking up, showing them the paperwork, your passport. They stamp your passport in the form, and you're done, at least for your persons. Okay, now if you're then traveling with an RV, now you will also need vehicle insurance. So with Baja, you only need auto insurance, but they also cover RVs, boats, quads. You can get everything insured, and you must get everything insured. You cannot take your home insurance with you.
No.
So that's a misconception. The first time I went to Mexico, I rented a car. When we landed at the airport, I pre-booked it with our airfare booking, and lo and behold, it was $11 a day. But that did not include insurance. The insurance starts at $42 a day. And typical rentals now in Cabo San Lucas in high season, for a compact car, it's $75 a day,
It's really expensive.
and you have to take the insurance because you cannot ride your home insurance. So you need vehicle insurance. Now there's a lot of great add-on benefits in terms of hospitalization and accident and all that. There's lots of great add-ons there that that we've already paid for our auto insurance until next May, and if we cannot use it because we can't drive back, there's still travel insurance that we have out of there that's going to help us save money on our next trip. Now the other thing is that if you here, let me see if I can find the right one. Sorry guys, but local customs. See, I got a lot of great
They
stuff.
got a lot of great stuff.
Great stuff here.
It's a great website.
So there's the FMM. This one, what was this one? Okay, so these are all the great benefits of using their insurance. So there's a lot of great stuff there.
What did you find out today that you said that you mentioned something?
Yeah,
about
something about
the insurance that we already have.
yeah, what I just said, that we can use it for health insurance, like health travel insurance also is included in here.
So we didn't need our health and this.
Yeah, we didn't need to get separate travel insurance.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking for right now is I cannot find, oh, here it is. Okay, so if you are traveling by air, and at that point, it's a good idea to get travel insurance, for emergency and evacuation, and medevac out is the big one. Check your, if you think you're covered on your credit card, through your credit card, premium platinum card, the one thing you do want to check is emergency medevac, like air medevac. Everything should be covered, but sometimes that one is not covered, and that can be $25,000 to $50,000 to fly you home in a private medical plane. So you want to check on that one. But so if you don't have vehicle insurance going into Baja and you're flying in, there is a tab on the site that it's a sub tab of auto insurance, and you can get just travel insurance. So that is that one. Any questions so far in the chat?
Not yet.
Okay.
I've been looking, but mine is a little delayed, but no, not yet.
Oh, look at that. Stream Elements has kicked in, so there you go. Thank you so much, Stream Elements, for joining us tonight. Okay, so crossing the border, you need a passport, you need vehicle insurance, and you need a tourist visa.
Yeah.
All right, those are the three things you need. This is Baja. We're not talking about mainland Mexico. There's a vehicle import permit that you need, and that's something else. So let's not worry about that. So let's look at the borders. Okay, so we came down the west coast, so we crossed at Tecate. We'll look at that in a minute. And then we went back home. It was a more direct route, and we came back in Mexicali. You'll notice right here, so this is crossing southbound into Mexico. There's Mexicali West and Mexicali East. We're coming from Quartzsite. We're going to be crossing at Mexicali. So you need to go through Mexicali East, and it is only open from, not too bad, 3 a.m. Sorry, customs. Okay, so you want to make sure that you hit this window, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
Because the west border only deals with FMMs. They're not dealing with, well, I guess it's okay. As long as you're not going to mainland, you can go to either or. But this one is probably not as busy, and we'll look at that right now. So let's look at that.
Sorry, puppy.
Who is considering taking up Papa Drew on going from Quartzsite down to San Felipe, Baja Norte, Baja California? So let us know in the chat if
Thank you, Avenger RV.
if anybody's thinking of doing that.
I have a question that I don't want you to miss. Miss Southern Belle asked, should we travel? Now, I can answer this. It's up to you.
It is up to you. Personally,
We're going to do it. If we can't get across the border with the with our own vehicle, with the truck and the
yeah,
camper,
we're
we
gonna
are going to fly.
we're gonna do it. You know, as long as you're healthy, you know, you have no underlying conditions. You know, the list of things like if you're not diabetic and have lung conditions or
Yeah.
any of that, you're not
Yes.
diabetic or
I feel you're safe, but
you're in good health. You eat well, you sleep well.
Right.
You know, you're not out of shape. You're in good shape.
right.
There's no problem. It's no different than getting the flu. If you do the masks and the social distancing and the hand sanitizer and don't touch your face, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Once you're off the plane, then you're not around people so much, and then it's more like being at home, right? Depending if you're in a hotel or resort or condo, then you do what you would normally do when you're at home.
Right.
So we're fortunate we can get a direct flight. I guess that's not true.
No,
Maybe Saskatoon, but
from Saskatoon. Oh, no, yeah, because it goes from
yeah,
where we are in Regina, it'll go to Calgary, and then from Calgary to Baja.
yeah, we have a short hop. But we're really not worried about it. I mean, between the planes and the airports, they're really being thorough and clean, and clean.
Right.
So really not worried about it. What I'm more worried is that the virus gets so bad on the second wave that we go into really hard lockdown again. And second waves are typically stronger than the first wave
Right.
because the first mutation, the virus gets smart when it first mutates. So,
Okay, we have 2 questions here. One is Loving Life Hitched Up. Is there electric hookups? Is electric hookups a problem? And Miss Southern Belle also asked about the fires. Is that going to be an issue? Depends which way you come down if you're going to drive.
okay, so
And if you can cross the border.
let's deal with one question at a time. So full hookups. That's a good question. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. There we go. All right. That's a little too big. Okay. So this should answer that question. So, okay, RV parks with full hookups. So there is a full list. So there's, they say there's over 100 of them, but let's just, oh, I got to do it on this one. Sorry. So let's open that one. And so there's the best 5. Okay. So you can find full hookups, and sometimes the power is iffy. You should see some of their 30 amp services and 50 amp services, the way they got them wired. But yeah, it shouldn't be, it's not a problem. You can get them. So there's a list of the best 5 here. Oh, I didn't see the first one here. So you can, so here there's the best 5. The other thing we do too is we use iOverlander. So here's San Felipe, and there's a whole bunch of campgrounds in San Felipe. San Felipe is a very resorty, beach bum, Mexico low-rise destination. So it's not a big resort casino type development. It's really quaint and fun. And if we look at the border, like the mapping, it's 4.5 hours. Now take that with a grain of salt. You'll add 1.5, multiply by 1.5 when you're in an RV. This is a great route. This road has all been redone. It's straight.
Awesome.
It's wide.
Yeah.
This is an easy run. So I would say maybe add 25% to this time. So figure 6 hours to do this run from Quartzsite. If you go this way, which is 4 hours 36, so it's 3 more minutes, okay? If you take this route right there. Okay, so right here, right there are sand dunes. There's BLM sand dunes right there. Great place to overnight so that you have a shorter run to the border. So let me zoom into that. So right here.
Yep.
Okay, north. I don't know how you pronounce that. No, forget it. I won't even try.
No.
Okay,
let's not try.
the dunes wilderness. Okay, we actually stopped here. We stayed here one night when we came across.
We came through, yeah.
When we came back, when the My Sharona was running hard, and everybody was going into lockdown, there was nowhere we could stop. So we ended up, it was a long, hard day, and we blasted through San Felipe. We just stopped to replace a battery that had failed, and we were on our way again. But we ended up here right at sunset. It was like really close call. So that's kind of the other way of doing it, uh, in terms of making it a shorter day to get down to San Felipe. So to answer your questions, a lot of campgrounds have full hookups. We like iOverlander because it also shows you these are boondocking
Yeah,
sites.
boondocking.
The ones that have the crescent moons are boondocking. The three tents are full official campgrounds, and the tents are informal parking. So street overnight parking. In this case, here is uh, it's probably in a parking lot. Whereas the crescent moons are really isolated, middle of nowhere type stuff. Absolutely no service. So iOverlander, great one to check. We actually sent them a contribution when we started using them a whole bunch. We actually sent them we sent them some dollars, so we donated to them. Um, you know, nothing is free, completely free, right? There's always people that are involved in doing the work. So that is another one that we use. That's something that we use in our trip planning. So let's go back to crossing the border. Crossing the border, there are driving directions. Okay, so you'll find all these on the side menu right here. So driving directions, if your border crossing is not there, it's because it's simple. You can just put it in Google Maps and it'll take you the correct way. But just read the directions, and let me see here. It's not this one. I think it's this one. Just, Mexican customs, what to expect, what you're allowed to bring, not bring. It's a great page. Go through it. Driving across the border, there's great.
And don't be worried, upset, or whatever. But they will stop you every check stop. If you are a camper like we are, you know, you are, they will stop and they will check. We had to open up our slides every time for them to come in here and check, right?
Yeah.
So
Crossing the border, you probably know it as being pulled into secondary. So even if you're waved through, um, you have everything in place. You could even go and get your FMM tourist visa stamp the day before if you want, and just stay on that side of the border if you get there late. So let's just say you cross the border, you have everything in order, even a stamp. You go through and they say, yeah, you're good to go. You will be pulled into secondary. You will be inspected.
yes,
it's just the way it
absolutely.
is. They're going to look into your RV.
Yeah.
A few times, going down, there was like 7 checkpoints.
7.
And in the middle of Baja, they weren't really bothering.
No, they just waved you on through. But mind you, when we were coming back, it was even more lax because they just wanted you to get out.
Get out of there. Just leave. We don't want to touch you. We don't want to touch your stuff.
It was actually really nice. That was the one good thing about the virus. Everybody's like, get out of here.
So Miss Southern Belle, yes, we do take supplements. The one that we could find down there, so they basically said, right, when
it all hit the fan.
Yeah, when the My Sharona came out, there was empirical indication that, the hydrochloroquine chloroquine or whatever with the Z-Pack, antibiotic and zinc, all three together were very effective. So we were, and instead of the HCQ or whatever it was called, there was also the lice medication is also an alternative to that one, which is very effective in stopping that lung cascade. It's when your lungs, basically the virus attacks your lungs faster than your immune system can kick in. So what this medicine does is that it doesn't kill the virus, it just slows it down enough for your immune system to kick in.
Right.
So we were able to find the Z-Packs and the medication in Mexico. What we could not find was zinc lozenges.
No.
So it's not zinc pills that you swallow. It has to be under the tongue,
And you have to suck on it.
suck on it, and that's how the zinc absorbs better.
Mhm.
So
But I mean, if you eat healthy,
yeah, I mean, we eat very healthy. We were a lot healthier in Mexico. The food is fresh.
always healthier.
Uh, you know,
Um,
we had vitamin C. You know, all our vitamins were kind of starting to get old when we were coming back because we never used them when we were down there.
we're asked, do you go through any travel agencies? And what about them inspecting your vehicle for things?
Okay,
Well, we already kind of went over that.
so
They will inspect.
so we use, Discover Baja Travel Club. You don't really need an agency. You can do your own bookings. We don't book anything ahead
No.
of time. Like we just go. Um, that may not be always the case. If you know exactly when you're going to be there, um, exactly, then go ahead and make a reservation.
Right.
Um, the thing is we like to see the place. When we're
Yeah.
traveling through, we don't bother because we never know when we're going to be traveling through a
Right.
certain location, and we're set up for boondocking, so we don't care.
Yeah, we can stop. You can stop if you are set up for boondocking. You can stop anywhere.
Yeah, and
It's not. It's not the same as in Canada, and well, even in the States, there are some places where you can't stop.
I mean,
But
if you're just stopping overnight, call it dry camping. I mean, as long as your batteries are good,
yeah,
you've got propane, you've got water, and if you have slides, you can open them and close them in the right place.
as
Even
long as
if,
they're not impeding on anybody's.
yeah,
Yeah.
and even if it's not a campground or it's
Right.
serviced, then you can overnight pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
So we're not worried too much about that.
No.
So we don't use any uh, travel service.
Somebody asked, is Canada easier to get in? I don't know. I don't think any borders are easy to get in anymore right now.
Basically, the Canada-U.S. border is pretty much the same. I mean, if you try to get that quick pass to, what is it called?
See, some people were going through the border to get to
Yeah, to get to Alaska.
Alaska.
And that's easy because you're going home and your plates are from Alaska or whatever.
True. Or if you're an American, I think you can get across too. No, like it doesn't matter.
Well, they can't come to Canada and we can't go to the U.S. right now.
Right.
So to get across Canada is as easy as for us crossing into the U.S. There's just things that are, that you can't forget is that there's no firearms. You can come hunting, but
Right.
there's procedures and paperwork to do to bring your hunting rifle, up north and all that. So you can do that.
Right.
You can't bring more than $10,000 in cash or
Right.
valued instruments. It's fairly easy. The thing is you got to make sure that you don't give them any indication, uh, either correctly or incorrectly, that you're coming to work into Canada. And that works both ways, going south and Canadians going south and Americans coming north. If they think you're going there to work, you will get a 5-year ban on crossing the border. It's rough. So it does happen. So you got to make sure you have your stuff together. You have your paperwork in order. You have your story together in terms of sticking to the truth, not sharing more than you have to. Don't tell them a long story, but make sure that if they ask you the same question 10 different ways, that the answer is the same. So we didn't have a problem. We have a video that we didn't put up tonight, but we had the video when we crossed over from Sumas. We crossed Sumas from British Columbia, like Vancouver, to Washington State on the start of this trip.
Yep.
And we reviewed kind of the questions they asked and what we were anticipating, that they would ask. There's a lot of great videos on crossing borders, if
Yes. Yeah.
driving across
Yeah.
and with RVs.
Yeah.
So
Especially the Mexican one. We watched the Mexico one a lot because there were some people saying to park and then drive and then walk up, get your FMM stamped, then go back to your RV, then pull up. We didn't do that.
no. So here's the Mexicali border crossing. So look how it goes around. So this is called the west. Well, sorry, the east border crossing.
Yeah.
So you will notice that I'm just going to zoom back out. everybody that's coming down kind of from California are going to be crossing this west border crossing right
Right.
here.
Right.
Okay, so that's why you want to hit the east border crossing. It's not as busy.
And make sure you hit the right times, because there are certain times.
You want to cross, early in the morning.
Yes.
It gives you lots of time to get your destination, but also
For them to check your vehicle too.
the flow's going the other way.
Yeah.
And this is not a busy border where Mexicans are going to the U.S. side to go to work. It's not busy that way.
Right.
But regardless, that's the other direction. That's U.S. customs.
Right.
So in terms of Mexican customs, this is really easy in here. There's probably some videos. We haven't done it yet. We'll have it all scoped out when we do, and we'll, for the next one, we'll look at more details, see if we can find some videos on this. But this is where you'll probably see, we didn't research this for today to that level of detail, but there's probably some parking around here. You can park, go to the border, get your FMM stamped, then you come with the FMM, you stop, then they stop you, they check your passport and FMM, and then they check your rig. And once that's done, you're on your way. So and then the route is you actually run along the fence, and look what happened to us last time. You'll see in the Discovery Baja that they have directions and video on how to return through this border, through the east border. Because if you use Google Maps, it'll take you back this way, and that's not the way. So they actually have instructions. You actually have to come across this way and come from the right. And so we did all that. We got there, and I don't know if you remember the times, but right now, because of my Sharona, this border closed at 3, and we got there like at 3:15, 3:20.
We just missed it.
We just missed it. So then we had to go all along the fence to the other border.
Yeah.
And right about here, it was bumper to bumper.
Oh, it was bad.
Moving one car length every 4 to 5 minutes.
It was bad.
It was brutal. So cross early in the morning, and you'll have no problems. Have all your paperwork ready. You want copies of your driver's license, registration.
Oh,
you have to have all the originals, but you should have copies on you all the time.
And if you take medications, Miss Southern Belle, if you take medications, make sure your medications are in the bottle, like the original bottle. You don't have them in like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like those little packs or whatever. Just make sure that they're in the original case, original bottle, and you have no problem.
And in the FAQs, there is Mexican customs. So in the FAQs, right after that, you're allowed to bring in to declare up to $75 without paying duties. And you double it for the number. You multiply it by the number of people. If not, then you have to pay the duties, 16%. Everything that you're allowed, like it's specific, like 30 compact discs, 3 software packages, which is weird. 5 toys,
it is weird.
They'll never check for that. Don't worry about that.
Oh my gosh.
But and then the stuff that's not allowed, and there was interesting. So there are some drugs here that they do. Obviously.
Well, obviously yeah.
So here, medications with that. Okay, so morphine based. So. Air compressed spear gun are prohibited. Okay, So and you'll see a lot of these sections. So Discovery Baja Insider tips. So then there's some tips here. Okay, so it says any medications you are taking to Mexico must be in original prescription bottles. Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Placing pills in a smaller container for traveling is not allowed.
Yep.
So there's a lot of great information here on this website. And the thing is, to get the information, you don't even have to be a member. You don't have to go through them, but the information is valuable.
Oh, it is.
Rand Pam, I guess that would be Randy. I bet she is on tonight. Randy, inside joke between Tracey and I. You look like my brother Pierre. So
yes, you do.
So when my oldest brother Pierre. So we actually call you Pierre. So,
yeah, you're Pierre.
So when your video comes on and I tell Tracey, I say, "Hey, Pierre's on."
Pierre's on. I know who it is.
So there you go. Little joke.
He does though. He looks like your brother.
He does. He does. So that should answer the medication. We've never had a problem with that. I've actually, I never really knew that, but when we used to fly in all the time, I do have a pill bottle that I had miscellaneous stuff in there, just because they've fallen out of
You
packaging and
can
things like that.
contact us. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Oh yeah, and you've had extra pill bottles we've taken,
yeah, so that's
but they were
never,
but they were in the original pack.
they were,
So
but I do have one that has miscellaneous. They never found it. They never looked for it. But I bet you if they found it, they would seize it.
oh, they would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't know what's
Yeah, you don't know what those pills are in there.
different pills in one container. You don't know what's in
No.
there.
I'm talking about you guys know what I'm talking about, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's got the little plastic thing that you put your pills in. Like I won't even bring, when I used to take supplements, I used to take many supplements, but I don't anymore. But I used to put them in there. Well, they would take that. I couldn't have that. I couldn't take that across.
Also, there are some tolls. Did we actually hit a toll highway at all? I don't think we did.
I
I don't.
thought we did, but we were, yeah, I think we did, but we were expecting like something in the mail if they seen the license plate.
No, that was California.
That was
That was
California. I know,
California.
but we were expecting something and we
Yeah,
got nothing.
yeah.
So I don't.
But
That was weird.
but depending where you're traveling, for example, some highways, like I think this highway across here, if you end up going across and down to Ensenada, some of these are toll roads. So make sure you have cash. Have lots of Mexican cash, pesos especially,
Yeah.
for stuff. You don't want to be using your credit cards more than you have to. Maybe checking into a hotel, things, big expenditures like that, car repairs, or if you're in a reputable store, like maybe if you have to stop at AutoZone or something, sure, use a credit card. But even for gas, don't do it. And a lot of places like toll
Cash.
booths is cash only. You can't use a credit card. So make sure you have cash.
Hmm. Always have cash. Oh, and side note, if you have cash, have an extra wallet and only put a little bit of that cash in your
Fake
fake
wallet.
wallet.
Fake wallet.
Okay? Always have that.
Yeah.
You don't want to open your wallet in front of anybody with a bunch of money in there.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So you have a fake wallet with just a little bit of cash.
Hmm. Yeah. That's key.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get any answers to the questions. So
I did ask it again. Any questions? And I also said, who is up for going to Quartzsite to Mexico after the meetup? Miss Southern Belle asked again about cough syrups, aspirins, and stuff like that, and I think we answered that.
I think we're good on that.
Yeah.
You can get all that in Mexico. Those are easy to find.
Yeah.
Easy
Everywhere.
to find. Yeah.
There is
syrup, aspirin.
pharmacies everywhere.
Yeah. Strangely enough, we could not find zinc lozenges, and
That was weird.
with the My Sharona, that would be an important vitamin to have with you.
And it was not there.
Supplement. Yeah. You need to bring that.
I'd bring it.
We do have our difficult to find things. We had a hard time finding SD cards. Go figure.
Yeah, SD cards. Which we're YouTubers, so kind of needed that.
We couldn't find canned beans and canned chili.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk. There are certain things food-wise that I'm telling you, I missed it. There's no, brown beans, right? No, we're not talking, what are they called? Refried beans. I'm not talking refried beans. I'm talking brown beans. Can't find them. You have to make your own, I think. Well, I guess I could have made my own, but I didn't have a day to cook beans on the stove.
So there you go. Safety is always a concern. The only place that you have to be worried, and it's not safety, if you stay away, don't cross at Tijuana, and even that, it's no big deal. It's just,
if you do, get out of town.
Yeah, just get going. Don't, and even there's touristy areas, like it's not a big deal. It really isn't during the daytime, and that's the key. Is travel during the day.
Yes.
Get to where you need to go by 3 to 5 o'clock. Sunsets around 6 to 7. give yourself a couple of extra hours in your travels. You don't want to be on the road or boondocking in a place that you don't know, uh, and get because you couldn't get to your destination. So that's the key. There's a lot of I think they're called the Blue Angels. This is a free service. If you break down, they will bring you repairs, parts, fix your flat, bring you gas. They will help you, and it's free. They will take donations. So that is, um, an awesome thing. Very safe. We've never felt unsafe
Never.
in our travels. Baja is more rural. There's no big cities. Maybe, northern Baja. You know, uh,
No, you can wait.
this was basically here, hang on. So this Tijuana, across over here, Mexicali or Tecate, right here, right there. The northern part, Ensenada, um, trying to think, some of the larger.
We're losing people.
We're losing people. As you go south, people get friendlier, nicer, and the towns get cuter. And but don't worry about safety.
Anyway, what is the next question?
That's it.
No, but in your book,
Oh, well,
did we cover everything? I think.
yeah, we pretty much did. So what I'd like to do is just show a quick part of the video when we crossed over at Tecate.
Yep. This was after crossing.
This was after crossing into Mexico. Hi, I'm Christian.
And I'm Tracy.
And we are Tumbleweed RvLife, coming to you from Tecate, Mexico. So what did we do this morning, Mama?
Well, we drove from our campsite all the way to the border.
So we were camping at Campland in San Diego. It was just a little bit over an hour. The traffic was light because we were going against traffic. And the border there was nobody here at what, 7 a.m.?
7 a.m.
7:30?
Whatever, yeah.
It was really easy. Now we drove up, they inspected the camper, they had us then go around the block, park, go back through the US gate onto the US side and cross back onto the Mexican office to stamp our paperwork.
Right.
Now most people will stop short and take one of the public parking lots, walk up to the office,
Get a stamp.
get their stamp, and walk back to their vehicle and come through. Somebody on Facebook on the road to Mexico told us, no, just drive right up. And so we figured, yeah, let's just drive back up, drive up directly. And it was pretty cordial. The guy that does the stamping, we had seen in other videos, sold us some honey and some salsa picante, which we obliged and bought to keep good relations going and keep things going.
We like it anyway, so it's all good.
You betcha. So we crossed the border without incident. We're on our way out of town now. We weren't stopped or by police or anything, but we are making our complete stops at stop signs, and we have a dash cam.
And we had the camera going inside the trailer.
The camper.
The camper too.
So here we are, Tecate. Let's hit the road. We're gonna hit Ensenada today and our campsite just south of Ensenada. Why don't you join us?
Let's go have some fun.
Yes, we will.
There now.
Yeah, we wish we were there now. So that's, so it was really without incidents. There was nothing really.
We worried for nothing, or we were like, I don't know. I think you were more worried.
I was, but I tend to have every contingency covered. I do thorough risk analysis.
Yeah.
So Miss Southern Belle was asking, when they inspect your vehicle,
yeah.
Are they rude about it? No, they
No.
are super friendly. They're super nice. They chat you up. They're trying to see if you're relaxed and cool.
Yeah.
They're relaxed. They're friendly.
Yeah.
If you're relaxed and friendly, they'll be fine. The other thing we do too is like once they say you're good to go, then we offer them drinks because a lot of
Yes.
them, especially the check stops, they're in the middle of nowhere. They're
Yeah.
standing outside with their military gear. So as soon as we're clear to go, we then offer them drinks, pop like Coke
Yeah,
or
we had a cooler.
Fanta.
We had a cooler in the back seat full of, what do we have? Coke. We had. They love Fanta.
Fanta,
Remember the Fanta? They love the
basically
Fanta.
anything sweet and bubbly,
Coke.
they love it.
Yeah.
So we would give that, and that was really good. Like I don't know if they called ahead to the next place, but they were friendly all the way down.
The more check stops, the more people would come to the camper. You're like, hey, they gave away Coke. It was funny.
So so there you go. So what I encourage you to do is just to remind you again, just give it uh, a quick thumbs up on the
Oh,
bottom. Give the video a
Roy and
thumbs up.
Becky's are here. Roy and Becky are here now.
It's like my chat's not updated. My comments.
Mine aren't either. Sorry, guys, I didn't even see you there. Hi,
So-
Roy and Becky.
And so so check the description below. We have links to our social media. More importantly, we have links for that go directly to our three uh, support charities that are in the bar below. El Ranchito and Baja Critters are no-kill dog rescue ranches, and Feed Los Cabos Kids also is another one, nonprofit organization. Um, any contributions to our PayPal account and the links go to those organizations.
Yes.
We don't keep any of those funds, and but we've provided the links that you can go directly to them. We prefer that you do that. Now, keep in mind the hurricane is there, right? It's bad enough.
It's bad enough that we need prayers for them. They've already been hit really hard with the virus, and a lot of people are suffering, like not having a job and not being able to work. And now this hit. Our son Manuel was selling, cooking and selling burritos and what do they call? Like
Basically carne, basically
carne
beef,
meal, like with the
beef,
tacos and
like
the
sliced
beef and the
meal.
onions and the whole meal. And now, right now, because of the hurricane happening, they can't go out and sell.
So the tourist industry has been decimated. It's slow season anyways. You know, the resorts were closed for a couple of months. A lot of people lost their jobs, and those jobs are probably not coming back.
No.
Our son has told us that his job is no longer. So this is why he had to start his own business.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take a while. And again, we expect the second wave to come.
Yeah.
I don't think this weekend, this winter's high tourist season is going to be that high. It might even be locked down.
Yeah.
So we don't know about that. But check in the description below. Also, we have some background information on Tumbleweed RV Life, how it came to be. So a little bit of backstory there. We always encourage you to have that. Go have a look. It's a good read. We are live on both Saturday morning and Wednesday evening, as this evening. We have picked Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern. It seems to be the slot that's fairly open. We're going to maintain that slot and not move. Next week, we may not have a live, as we're going to be a guest of Papa Drew, monthly live, and I think it's at the same time. So we'll play that one by ear until we hear from Papa Drew the exact time of that live. We will be guesting on his live. But normally, Wednesday, 6 Mountain. Saturday, we're moving from 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. Mountain Time. We are swapping with Bob's Adventure on Wheels. So Bob asked us to switch, so now we're going to be at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So those 2 days. And if you would like to be a guest on our lives, as the banner is showing below, just send us an email at tumbleweedrvlife@gmail.com. And also, same thing, if you have any questions, you know, that are specific to you, maybe about solar or our truck or truck campers, or, you know, comparing truck campers, you know, we'd be happy to hear from you. You know, we may point you to a video if we've already done that information. That's
Yeah.
fine. But if they're new questions, that's great. We'd be happy to help you with those. And it inspires us and gives us great information, feedback to know that maybe that should be a topic we should cover.
Right. Excelente. Excelente, mi amor.
So what do you think, guys? Was that informative? Let's just go ahead. We've got a few minutes here for all the content creators. Go ahead and just mention, hey,
yeah.
I'm a content creator. I got a new video out. We're still not at the point of setting people up with okay, I'm not sure what this means, but yeah, that is Tasha. Look at the picture.
Yeah,
That's
Tash.
That's Tasha.
I didn't see your picture, Tasha. So now when he brought it up,
Yeah,
or,
now we
yeah,
can now
now
we
I
can see
really
you.
see it.
I live in
And you
Georgia.
didn't tell me.
Right.
Yeah, Miss Southern Belle would have to come by and see you when we go through there. I'd love to go through Georgia.
Oh yeah, I've flown in there. I went for
Oh really?
actually sales training there for
Oh really?
what was it? Situational negotiation training
Oh my.
when I was with who the hell was I with? I was with United Rentals. There you go. That was awesome. Awesome training, but I love Atlanta. Beautiful city. Huge city, but beautiful. And I love Southern cooking. Oh, Southern food. Just love it. Especially all the seafood.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm. I can't. I cannot. You know what? One thing I'd love to try, I've never tried in my life, was grits. Have you ever tried it?
No.
Never tried it.
No.
It looks like potatoes to me.
Yeah.
But what is it?
I don't know.
See, that's a good question. What is grits?
Well, that's why we're thinking at one point we want to do the East Coast. So we did the West Coast, and it would be more of a return trip. We thought because then we can hit. It doesn't really matter. Um, it in the spring it gets warmer as you go north, and in the fall it gets kind of cooler. So you chase the heat down south. But we were thinking on the way back because we'd like to hit the East Coast, especially the East Coast of Canada too, and leave ourselves plenty of time for over the summer. So that's why we're thinking on a return trip. We'd like to do that. But definitely, crossing the border at Mexicali and then just heading east, and going through Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, and then head up the coast. That would be awesome. And you never know, depending on time, we zigzag a bit and hopefully meet as many people as possible that want to get together.
Yeah. I just missed one thing. F&T said, how long do you have to be in Canada every year?
You don't have to be here at all.
You
You don't
don't
want to. The only thing we find out, it all has to do with your health plan,
Yeah.
provincial health plans that most provinces, you're supposed to be in your home province even for 6 months or you can be away 6 months. Some provinces can be 7 months. But the only implication of that is that if they find out that you're gone for longer, your health plan would lapse, and then you'd have to reapply, and there'd be a 90-day waiting period to get back on the plan. So we have no intention that if we want to be away for more than 7 months, we're going to be away for more than 7 months. We just don't care. So besides that, everything else is fine. Your citizenship, your pension, Canada pension, everything is fine. Everything goes with you. You don't have to be here to collect. So that's a great question.
That is a great question.
So and it's a natural one that we get pretty often, and we stressed about that in terms of timing dates and borders and all that, but we don't worry about it anymore. We're still young enough that we're not worried about healthcare. Corn grits.
So it's corn.
Corn grits. There you go.
Well, but Miss Southern Belle said grits is corn.
And yes, lots of info overloaded. Until somebody's planning a trip.
Hey, who we talking about here, Tash?
Well, it is because I don't think Tasha ever kind of considered everything that's involved in driving across the Mexican border. But as soon as somebody starts thinking about it,
But it's a lot of information.
it is, and we have a checklist. So we put a checklist, and all you do is like any complex task, you just take step by step and check it off, and just figure it out. Awesome.
Miss Southern Belle said if we do go to Georgia, we'll have to go to the OK Cafe.
Okay. So who?
So obviously, is it in your town? Marietta, Georgia? Is that how you pronounce that? Marietta, Georgia.
Is it Marietta?
Marietta, Georgia?
I'm trying to find it again. I live in Georgia. Go to OK Cafe. Okay, not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in Marietta, Georgia, because that's where she's from, or she says she is she from or lives there. But anyway, it's the OK Cafe. We'll have to check it out.
You betcha. So my mom lets Canadians stay with us 3 months. Hey,
Oh, that's when she was younger.
They were fun, yeah.
She says
Canadians are very fun.
we are fun.
Okay, so there's nobody else kind of going live right now, but we will still kind of start thinking of still thinking
Really?
about wrapping things up.
Oh, there is nobody.
No, I'm just gonna.
I put a bunch of yeah. Okay.
Okay, and there's the chat.
Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you, Millie. They're still playing our playlist. You're so sweet. I can't wait to meet you guys. Oh my gosh.
That will be awesome.
Oh, I'll probably cry. I'm sorry. I'm a crier.
Yeah, definitely. Weekend RVing needs some watch hours, so if you could give them a little bit of viewing, check out their playlist. They've got some awesome videos. Check out their videos. They've done some installs, different products. I like the one about the washer and dryer. It's like that. Those are huge. You know, we can't even consider. We'd probably have to take out our bathroom to put in a washer dryer here.
I don't know.
The weight.
Living Light, Kent and Lisa, they have a little tiny washer and washer.
Yeah, the one
not
you
dryer, but it's a washer.
Yeah. The one
you step on it
and it spins it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They have it in their tub.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Oh, their shower area. Sorry.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that one in RVs because they're compact and they're light.
It's kind of neat. Cold, but yeah, see?
That's true.
It's true. Hey, what's that song by the Beach Boys? The Northern Girls will keep you warm at night, right?
Yeah.
Right? See, I'm old. I know that song.
Yeah, Marietta, Georgia. And no, we don't want to hurt anybody's ear. I don't think we'll sing a Canadian song.
Oh, dear Lord, no. Who said that? Please, no.
Yeah, see? There you go. See, that's the one I remember too. It was an awesome video. I don't know how many times I've watched it.
Yeah.
But I remember when we were looking at fifth wheels, we wanted to make sure that it had the space in the front closet for the washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Because we were considering it.
We were considering it. Yeah.
So
the one, like I said, I can't get over that one fifth wheel because when you open the door, you could still get to the fridge, even though it had the slide. That's the one I liked.
Yeah.
But it was just too big. It was too big for us.
So content creators, anybody who needs watch hours or subscribers, let us know. Where are you at? How much do you need?
Oh dear God, Millie and
just put
Miss Southern Belle.
Put it in the chat right now.
No. Sing what?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't want us to sing. I swear. Do you have any glass where you're at? Because things might shatter. We might be breaking some windows out around here.
And let's see, did we meet? So Roy and Becky, yes, we did greet you when you got here. I'm just going back in the chat. FNT, I do have my friend list. I'm just trying to remember. I don't remember.
You went too far.
Right
there.
there.
Yep.
Frank
Frank and
and
Terry.
Terry. So
Yep.
there you go. Frank and Terry.
Oh, and
Hello.
and they're from Ontario.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
from Ontario. Canadian kindred spirits.
Canadian people.
So there you go. So hello, guys. We just assumed you were there. So
Gordon Lightfoot. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, come on.
I
Come
can,
on up.
yeah.
I want to hear you sing Gordon Lightfoot.
Do you want to come up? I'll send you the link.
I will not. I might hurt somebody. I don't even, you know what? I don't even know.
If anybody wants to come
I
up
don't
and just
even
say hi,
know.
I talk about your channel.
I have a friend that moved to he used to live here, went to school with him all the way to grade 11, I believe. He got married, moved to Florida, and he loves Gordon Lightfoot. I think it's because his mom listened to it all the time. I cannot remember a song right now. I
No,
cannot.
you can't remember?
No. Yeah, I cannot remember a song. I am trying to play guitar. Everybody in my family plays guitar except for my one sister Annette, my brother Randy, cousins. All my cousins play guitar. I'm just the one that is no. Oh, I play Google.
I play Google. So in the
Google
comments,
Music.
does anybody want to come up and talk about their channel? Just hit the link. We just put out the link, the StreamYard link. Come on up, come on in. We don't bite.
I need millions. Oh, jeez.
I need millions, Cargo. You're just starting out, Cargo. Start with the videos.
Yes.
Spend the time, make the videos. And then once you get a feel for the videos, then do a live stream. I know you're probably terrified to do one. We were too.
Scary.
It is very scary, but
Yeah.
once you're not afraid of the camera and doing the video side, once you kind of feel comfortable with that, then try a live stream.
Yeah.
And easiest thing is come on ours on Saturday, and it's so much easier because there's nobody here. We don't see anybody. We just see the chat. And if anybody joins us as a guest, it's really just a conversation. So it's not like public speaking where you're in front of tons of people.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that song. I don't know the words though. Sorry. No. But it's a good song. That's Arnold. His name is Arnold Schwartz, and he lives in he works at Disney in Florida, and he loves Gordon Lightfoot and loves that song.
Okay.
I hope someday to see him. I like to go visit him in Florida.
Okay. So weekend RVing, let's focus on them. We're about the same. We're at just under 1,100 now hours. So we're almost at 3,000 hours watch time. We're not too concerned about it. Our lives and our videos will get us there. But if somebody's interested in looking at our, on our playlist, we have season 1 is all about making the decision and figuring out which way to go, truck campers or fifth wheels. So we were shopping and deciding. Season 2 was about purchasing and setting up and getting all the accessories and installs of solar and composting toilet. Season 3 was about traveling from Canada down to Baja and living the winter in Baja. And season 3 is happening right now. So we're editing March now. And we have all the videos are already done all the way past into the first week of September. They're ready to go.
Yes. And yes, Cowgirl, when you have somebody on with you and you're chatting with them, it helps a lot. Like I got Papa here, Christian, so we can bounce things off each other. But when you have somebody on and you're chatting, it goes by so fast you don't even realize. Do they need 1,200? Is that what Millie's saying?
Yeah, they need 1,200.
Well, I think I had them on. Yes, yeah, I had you guys on yesterday. The whole thing was running.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I did.
So today we played Roy and Becky.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't. Our bandwidth was kind of weak today.
Yeah.
For some
reason. I don't
reason.
know. Is everybody's bandwidth kind of weird? Like the last couple of days? I don't know what's happening.
Could be. So stream elements. Okay, so we put stream elements. Put a link there. Let's see. Weekend RVing. Let's see. We don't have moderators, so it's not like Gina just says somebody drop that link right in there right now. So it's like
we're not, yeah, we're
no,
not that professional.
no. I need to drop the link in there.
Yeah.
So let me put it in the chat right now. Here's Weekend RVing, people. There you go. There's their
Is
link.
it there? I will see.
It's going to come up.
You did it. Oh, good
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
Papa.
It's there. So
Good job.
that's Weekend RVing.
Woohoo! It's your first one though.
So let's watch their videos. Let's run their playlist, and let's see if we can get them to 4,000 here. Everything counts. It's a slow climb.
Yeah, Millie, I suck. I don't even know how to do it. I don't know how to moderate. I don't know how to do any of that. Somebody asked me. I was on a couple of lives, and they said, Tracy, are you a moderator? No, I am not.
Well, you are, because
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you do answer.
I do answer, and I usually do all that, but I don't know how to drop links and all that. I'm not really good at that.
I don't know if Avenger RV is here, but I think we missed them. So hello, if you're still here.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Yeah, at the beginning.
Okay.
Didn't quite see them.
Oh, I did. I think I said hi.
Okay, there you go. Don't know how to drop the link, so that's
Yeah.
good. I did it. I found you.
He did it.
So it's here now. It's in the chat. Hey there. Okay. So Tasha, we're gonna get a commitment. You don't want to come on now and just give a preview.
Miss Southern Belle. I'm glad I'm not a moderator either.
Give a teaser to come up on Saturday. But yeah, we did set you up, James and Millie, but it's probably Millie that's on as a moderator. We gave you a ranch, so we didn't know what we were doing. So just the early friends that we made them moderators, and the people that help us out on our first lives, we made them moderators. So fast at leaving, Miss B.
Yes.
Well,
I'm scared, Millie. I don't know if you had that experience. Some people, or if it is James, I'm not too sure. But I don't know if you've had that experience. Somebody mentioned that you should really be careful who you have down, like asked to come up, because if you don't know them and if you haven't been watching their videos, it's probably not a good thing to just bring them up.
Yeah.
I forget who was it that said that.
Yeah, but we're a small enough group that
we know everybody, but
typically if you have somebody on, you should plan it, email them, send them the link privately, and
it's Millie.
It's Millie, and send them the link privately, and then you can control who comes into the green room. We call it the green room.
That's the green room.
The green room. Some people call it the basement.
Right.
And come on.
Right.
So Tasha,
but you know what I mean, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So Tasha, a moderator, if you notice, Tracy and Weekend RVing have a blue wrench. Their name is in blue, and so they are moderators, and they can copy paste hyperlinks, and they can delete comments. So they're there to assist. So we're basically the main hosts, but moderators help the host do administrative things. So if we say, please provide a playlist, a link to a playlist, they can do that.
Yeah.
While we can kind of keep the flow going.
Yeah. While he's talking, I should be able to go up on my computer and go to their site and grab the list and then bring it back. Yeah. Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Let's do that at the screen.
See.
So this is the friend list.
Yeah, I don't have that.
So here's the friend list. So everybody's here. So if I was to moderate for anybody and they say drop the link, I don't have to go look up their channel. I can just paste it from here and
scroll down. I think we have like 600 and some now.
No. We're at 193.
190. So 193 or 194?
Well, 194.
We have a 194. Okay.
And we have the auto sort. When we add somebody new, we just sort. So that's the friend list. So there you go. So yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, anybody.
We're talking your dad here.
Oh, fancy. Of course. Excel. It's Excel.
Christian is an IT guy. Yeah.
So
No.
Tasha, do you want to come up?
Where is she?
I'll drop the link. Just come and say hi and
Somebody's asking to say hi to you. Miss Southern Belle, I think.
So I put the link there again. Just click on the link and you'll have to mute your YouTube, whatever you're watching, where you're watching YouTube right now. When you hit the link, you'll be coming into the green room. And as soon as you do, just mute YouTube.
Oh, yeah. See, Millie did say, I'm fast at deleting misbehaving in the chat. Good job.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do that.
And Stream Elements too, the little robot, the bot that we have running, throwing out some chat comments.
Yeah.
It also looks for language, and you can really dial it in to be really strict and hold back.
I like that.
Hold back comments.
I like
Like if people use too many emojis, in a row and
yeah,
things like that.
Emojis. Well, it depends on what the emoji is, but yeah. I mean, I use a lot of emojis. Like, I mean, sometimes I go a little crazy.
Yeah, so F&T, I do a lot of VBA programming, so macros, Excel macros, really for anything. So if anybody needs to make a spreadsheet run a little bit better or smoother or automate it, just let me know. Send me an email.
He's your guy.
Where are you on? What's WH?
What is WH?
WH to me is on White House. That's the White House, isn't it?
WH.
Instagram. I don't know
what's WH.
What's WH, Millie? Let us know.
I don't know. WH.
Hey,
world.
Look who's here. Look at that.
Oh,
how's it going, Paul?
Hey.
Love your videos, man. It's like
Hey, Paul.
You set the standard to product reviews and installs and definitely do. Obviously, Air Force guy.
Wow.
It's like,
come on.
Air Force. So, when we're talking aeronautical spec, it's like, wow, it's like that is something else. You don't want to see my solar.
Okay.
Okay. I'll show you a nice wiring diagram, but you don't want to see in the underbelly how it's actually installed. It'd probably freak you out. But welcome. Thank you, Paul.
Anything Air Force? Oh my God, he's in.
There you go.
He's in. He loves planes. Oh, watch hours. Oh, WH.
As of this morning, we needed 1,095 to hit our 4,000. As of this morning.
How much?
1,095. So 1,100. We had 2,905 hours this morning.
Okay. I didn't know that. Nice.
Oh, there's Tasha. Okay.
I heard a pop.
Yeah, just hang on. Just hang on.
You got to and then also you have to make sure that they have clothes on, especially if it's Papa Drew. Got to make sure.
Okay. Hang on, Tasha.
There, I got it. Oh, there she is.
Hey, Tasha.
There she is. Oh, we don't hear her though.
Yeah, I don't think you have a microphone on. So we'll just get through the technical stuff. And see, this is good to get this.
See, this is the thing.
So you're not muted from our end. You're here.
Yeah. We can see your mic.
So it's not in the streaming software. It's actually on your computer. Your microphone isn't on.
Oh, it's strawberry. That's why. Okay. My period.
So thank you, folks. We'll just kind of get through the technical.
It got dark all of a sudden. I think it might rain here. How is everybody's weather? Like how are you guys? Like, I mean, it's really hot. We're in Regina, Saskatchewan. It's really hot today. What was the temperature today?
36 or 97 Fahrenheit.
Hey Google, what's the temperature in Regina, Saskatchewan?
Okay, Tasha, at the bottom, there's those buttons. It says mute,
The
stop
current
cam.
temperature in Regina is 32 degrees.
There you go.
There is currently a heat warning in effect.
You
If you ever want to know what time it is, just ask.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now
Okay.
be quiet.
Okay, Tasha, at the bottom, there's the cog wheel that says cam microphone, like mic, cam mic. See, I don't know if your screen is exactly like mine. So you know what? I can get that set up for you before the weekend. We'll have to use some other software. I'll have to come on your computer. Hey, your man's behind you. Okay. No worries. How about we take care of that? Well, there's Tasha.
There's Tasha.
Tasha
Hi,
is
Tasha.
Tasha's been horsey. She's lived
She loves horses.
she's lived my life dream to actually have a horse. She's been around horses her whole life, even as a baby. Her uncle had horses, and we used to go visit his horses all the time. So she was dying to ride from the age of 2. We were camping once, and we didn't know where Tasha was. We were all around the campfire, and terrible parents, eh? And we turn around and we see Tasha's underneath a horse going, "Nice doggy." You've never seen so many adults run from the campfire to the horses. I swore, I think we only
That's
touched the
funny.
ground twice.
Oh my God.
But she wanted to ride, but she had to wait till, I think it was age 8. Was it 8 years old? So I don't know, Tash. But I'll tell you what, we'll fix your microphone setting. Okay, so I'll be able to come on your computer remotely, and we'll get that set up for the next time. All right, honey?
Can she hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Oh, she must have muted everything. She says no. Okay, so we'll let Tasha go for now, and we will fix her wagon good. So I'm not quite sure. Yeah, she left, and she's got to unmute YouTube. So if you want to just put a note in the chat.
Tasha is a mime.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hold up a sign. Yeah, no kidding.
So we'll get that figured out. It's always a challenge. So watch hours, we're good on that.
Yeah, Christian likes anything air, like air museum, whatever. We had to stop at so many aeronautical museums and stuff
Most of them.
on the way down.
Most of them.
Yeah.
So where did we stop? San Diego?
San Diego. They have a nice one.
Yeah, we went to that
Yeah.
one. We have a video on that one.
We do have a video.
We do have a video. Oh, we have a video on that one.
Ooh, that was scary.
So yeah, I guess let's see. I don't.
Oh, Miss Southern Belle,
Yes.
did she say her? I think I did see.
So Paul, the Air Force guy,
Mhm.
the reason why so interested in planes, my father worked for Air Canada in the maintenance bays for 34 years. So that was probably one of his only jobs. So that's the experience behind planes.
Mhm.
And he used to take me. So we lived in Montreal, the main Dorval hangars. So my father did maintenance for his whole career. He was a maintenance planner by the end, so he did all the planning for the overhauls. So, but as a kid, every Christmas, Air Canada had a Christmas party for the employees, and it would be in the hangars, and we'd get to go on planes and go through the simulators, and so that's where the love of plane comes from.
Yeah,
from planes. So
Miss Southern Belle said her dad was in the Air Force.
there you go.
Yeah.
Go Air Force.
Yeah.
Kind of partial to Air Force, so
yeah.
Maybe aircraft carriers, a little bit, but as long as there's planes involved, then I'm all in.
Yeah, Millie, I don't know if you heard it. I asked Google what the temperature was, and it's really warm today. Right now there's no wind, so I think we're gonna get a good storm.
Yeah, it's the hottest it's been all summer.
It's really warm.
Like we don't usually get close to 100, but it was 97 today.
Yeah. I loved it.
It was nice and hot. It felt like
It
Cabo.
felt like Mexico.
Yeah, it felt like
I was in my glory.
actually the memories are coming up on Facebook and OneDrive right now. In 2017, we were actually in Cabo in August.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
all the pictures and videos are coming up, and it's quite interesting. We got caught in a
we did.
tropical storm
We
because
did.
we got hit right at the end of the month, around the 28th of August. So this hurricane is a little earlier than it can come anytime between June, but typically August, September, October are really stay away from southern Baja and Mexico. It's
Yeah.
hurricane season.
Yeah.
But that's when I experienced heat, like I used to as a kid in Montreal in the summertime. Montreal gets very hot and it's very humid because it's around water. Um, but I haven't felt this kind of heat since Cabo in August.
Yeah. I love it, but that was scary. That if you look at the video, I can't remember how much of it you showed. Oh yeah, we basically had no power, no water. We were in a really small, like a studio apartment,
Basically,
condo.
like a small motel room.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, basically.
But it didn't even have a fridge.
No, well,
No.
we had to buy a fridge.
Yeah, to make it a kitchenette.
Yeah, but also, in order to flush the toilet, we had to go to the pool, grab a bucket, and flush the toilet because
Yeah.
there was no running water, no water. I can't.
Yeah,
believe
we were there an extra 4 days riding out the storm. It was rough.
it was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was scary.
I experienced it once, and it wasn't even a hurricane. It was a tropical storm, which is worse because the winds are bad. They're not as bad as a hurricane, but it's the amount of rain that comes down. And
Yeah,
that's worse because it's flooding everywhere. I mean,
yeah,
it was incredible.
yeah.
And of course, we were getting ready to leave because we were about to leave, take our flight. So we gave up all our food, returned our fridge. Manuel, our son, picked everything up to
Yep,
take back to his place
yep.
to store and took all our food. So as soon as the flight got canceled, we had nothing.
There was nothing.
We had literally almost no water. We had no food. So here we are.
And nothing was open.
So just as the storm begins, we go out and get a little bit of food, some water, and
Jugs of water.
and of course, I drank back then, so
Yeah.
obviously I got a couple of cases of beer
Yeah.
too, because that's always essential.
But I
in a
made him
storm.
carry it. I made him carry it. I said, that's not essential.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying your beer.
So that was no fun. I live near Lockheed Air Force. Awesome.
Oh,
That would be cool.
oh, that would be. He would. Oh my gosh.
Never been around basically
Yeah.
military planes. That would be awesome.
Oh man.
And of
Christian
course,
would be in his glory. I would just, yeah.
going up in one would be something, but
Hmm.
I don't know if I could handle the G's. Pilot would have to be a little ginger. I'm a little older now.
Like, no. And I cannot. I have to have a patch behind my ear for any kind of I have motion sickness. Ah, Millie, no. It is not essential.
It used to be.
It used to be. We don't drink anymore, but I do have a glass of wine once in a while, and he, it's usually not when Papa's around. I'm usually with the girls. I'll have a glass of wine, but then that's it. I had a glass of wine with my sister-in-law the other day. Oh, can I tell you? I haven't had an like, when was the last time I drank? Was it a year and a half ago? At least?
I think it's more than that.
Oh my God.
Well, no, yeah, a year and a half ago, it would have been a year. We had pretty much stopped drinking, but we had some wine at our anniversary like 2 years ago, not this last January, the one before.
2 years ago, yeah.
So, but we were already not drinking like most of the year.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God. Well, this glass, I had one glass of wine, guys, and I tell you, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said to my sister-in-law, Lori, I said, you know what? I think you might have to help me home.
So, Miss Southern Belle, are you referring to our experience in the tropical storm in 2017 in Cabo? Is that kind of some of the footage that you're referring to? Let us know.
A 6-pack and a baked potato is a nice Irish meal. Hey, I go for the baked potato. I eat a lot of potatoes now because I haven't been eating meat. So potatoes are kind of my my staple right now.
Oh, if you
Potatoes
if you-
and legumes, and I
you-
love lentils.
If you turn that big potato to basically UK shepherd's pie,
Oh,
I'd be all in.
he'd be in.
Maybe I'd have to pick up drinking again.
Nope. No.
Actually, we've kind of switched over to mineral water.
Yeah.
So
I love the flavored stuff. I don't know if you guys ever tried that. This one's strawberry. I love the peach.
actually, my feet right now are on a box of Pellegrino mineral water.
We add a little bit of
from
lime.
Mexico.
Yeah, we add a little bit of lime to that.
Yeah, so we just get fresh lime and mineral water, and that's our new beer. That's my new beer, at least, and I love it. So I don't feel the need.
What's an F-35?
It's the latest. It's the latest bad boy jet fighter.
Oh,
Yeah, in the U.S. military fleet.
that sounds scary to me.
Yeah, I think that one had growing pains too. I think it was really tough to get that one basically off the ground and into mass production. I remember, and I think they canceled it a few times. And yeah, I mean, that one was really expensive to develop. That is a very sophisticated, what do they call it, Gen 5 plane that the Chinese are claiming that they have an equivalent, but it's really a Gen 4 or 4.5.
See, you guys have already lost me.
Yeah. Yeah. Great more beer for me. Very essential.
Great More beer. What is that? Is that a certain brand of beer? Is it?
I don't know.
Great More beer?
No, Great More. Great more beer for me. Very
Oh,
essential.
more. Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was a type. See, I thought it was a type of beer.
Oh, military stuff. I know when we first started, we did our Western Canadian road trip challenge, like prairie road trip challenge. The prairies have a perception of being boring and flat. So we did a tour, after our maiden voyage. That was our second tour. So we planned a loop, and we go to all these small towns. We got off the major highway, like the interstate, the kind of Trans-Canada major highway, and we went back road through southern Saskatchewan and Alberta, and we had a blast. And we stopped at so many museums. Every little town has a museum.
It does.
And we went through so many museums and made museum videos. And when I looked at that footage, it's like, I've seen it. And so when I edit it, I keep thinking, oh, the video's not that great. It's not like being there and have experienced it live, but people really like them. Like, some people are real history buffs, and they love the old stuff. So go figure, there's an audience for everything.
I actually love that one. I have to look back at the videos. The one that had the individual house, like the military,
like the barracks.
All that. They also had the old houses, the old stable. Remember that one?
I think it was Wainwright.
That was right before we hit that place that said, remind me of Baja. Right before the sand dunes.
Oh, okay, on the way loop back. Yeah, that little town.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a little heritage town where they moved all the buildings in.
That was my ultimate favorite.
Yeah, an old church and an old house, period house.
Yeah.
And a schoolhouse and the post office.
Yeah.
So it was a little town recreation
it was
town
cool.
that they did.
It was cool. No.
No, that was I have a nephew that's up in Whitehorse, and so we figured that would be a waypoint. And we have a friend that has a cottage just south of the Yukon border on the British Columbia side, but you have to actually drive through the Yukon to get to it. And he's there now, actually. He managed to get up there, even with the My Sharona. And so that was kind of a goal for us. We knew that we could make it at least up there.
Yeah.
And, stop in Whitehorse. And of course, by the time we're there, we have to plan a full Alaska trip then, and then take the highway to the Arctic Ocean. And so that's definitely on the bucket list, Randy. I imagine it's Randy. Definitely on the bucket list. And somebody is challenged to plan a Alaska convoy caravan in 2022 up to Alaska. So let's kind of keep that on the horizon,
Yeah.
and hopefully things open up and we can plan something like that.
Yeah, it is rent.
Definitely, it's like we have a lot of bucket lists, and we really want to start with the outside and the extreme points and then work the inside of the US.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, like we said, we'd like to go southern states, up the East Coast Canada, back across this, basically the northern states, because we've done Canada, before we were RVing. And
Except for the PEI and that. We didn't get,
East
we
Coast.
didn't get, well, yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't
East
get
Coast.
past, where
I'm
did
saying Central Canada.
yeah, but
We're
where
not-
did we get to?
We got as far as Montreal.
Montreal.
Did we? You didn't go to Quebec City? No.
No.
No. So we went as far as Montreal. In 20,
Ottawa,
yeah,
Montreal.
Ottawa, Montreal. But we drove all across Canada, and then we went back and we hit north of Superior, and we did northern Michigan, and that was beautiful. We stopped in Marquette, Michigan, and we wanted to stay an extra night. And we said we got to go back to Marquette, Michigan. It's such a fun town, university
God.
town.
It is so beautiful. That was the first place I saw people having a fire on the beach.
Campfire on the beach.
Oh, I was in love. I couldn't believe it. We didn't do that yet, so we got to do that when we go back.
So definitely, Alaska is on the horizon. We're definitely going to do the southern states and East Coast, all the way up to the East Coast of Canada, and then we're probably going to be. It'll be a faster trip home through the interstate. So we're going to go from Eastern Canada, probably back on the U.S. side and hit the interstates and head east, but hit. This is where we're going to hit Rushmore and North and South Dakota.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit all those northern states.
Yeah, that's because I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen Rushmore either.
Yeah, I couldn't believe there's one place he hasn't seen and I haven't seen, and usually he sees a lot more than I do. Yes, we do love the truck camper. We still do. They're planning it in 2022 as well.
Are you still happy with the truck camper? Yes, very happy. It's got weaknesses that we have to work around, and it's pretty typical of truck campers, but the jack legs are an issue. The jack motors, the jacks are just underrated, and we live in it full time, so we're heavy. Let's just say that we're heavy. We're overweight. So we've come with a strategy now that we had all winter to actually hand crank the jacks because all 4 motors died at one point. So what we're going to do is when we have to take the camper off here later to service the truck and for winterization when we do have to park it, because we don't think the borders are going to open, so we won't be able to drive south. So when we do winterize the camper, we're going to have to take it off. And so we're going to crank going up. We're going to use the hand crank for the front legs where most of the weight is going up, and then going down, we're going to use all 4 motors to go down. But when we go up, we're going to hand crank the front ones. And hopefully that will fix the problem with burning out motors. So yeah. So I love all the modifications you've done on your camper, Ren, and love the trips you took. And I believe you're out of California, and I think you go up to Northern California. I mean, do you go drop into Oregon too?
How are they by the fires then? They
were last summer. Yeah, I think you guys got stuck at home a little bit with the fires. I think. I think if I remember correctly, I don't think you traveled as much, Randy, last year. So Ranpam is another channel. Have a look at Ranpam's Ranpam Adventure.
Yeah.
Have a look at them. They're kind of fun, especially if you're in a truck camper. I mean, you want to see a modified and improved and make it really your own truck camper, and make it easy to run and maintain.
Yeah.
Check Rand's all his modifications. He's done some great stuff.
44 states, and yes, we are on the fire. Yeah, on fire again. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I thought I saw that.
It's summer again. Yeah, that's right. And it's still dry. California is still in a drought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still in a drought, which is what now?
No,
10 years?
You guys be safe. That's scary. That's scary stuff.
I think you asked that last time too. No, we'll never go to a Class C. This is going to be it. Uh, this is the truck and the camper that's going to last the longest. We got a truck, we got the diesel, so
Yeah.
that we could get 10, 20 years out of it. It needs to last 15, 10, 12 to 15 years.
I didn't get Christian to put it up because I just saw this. Was watching on a Facebook Eagle Cap site where they put the Eagle Cap camper like ours on top of a truck that has, it's almost like a bed, a truck bed, but it's got little compartments all the way around the truck bottom.
Right.
Did you see that?
Yeah, a lot of people do that. So they'll get just a chassis and they'll build basically a bed truck.
Yeah.
And but they'll put in all the custom toolboxes like boxes,
Oh, yeah.
kind of along the sides, and then the camper goes up the middle.
Okay, you keep talking. I'll
And
see if I can
it's
find
basically it's such a better use of space because
it. It was amazing.
it's dead space between basically the side of the so on the edges of the truck, the bed of the truck, and then the campers on the inside. There's that dead gap in between. And we actually thought of putting boxes. There's kind of storage saddlebags that you can put it in there. The only problem is that whatever's in there is not accessible until you take the camper off.
Yeah.
But it is a location to store stuff.
No, here it is. That.
Custom bed, yeah.
But show if you can see that. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, I can see that.
So, and the great part is that I would recommend if anybody is thinking of getting an 1160, most people go for the 1165 Eagle Cap.
I'll show
or
you
the
what it looks like on
1200.
top. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like on top of that.
Get a 550 chassis and have a custom bed made for it.
See? There it is on top of the truck.
Isn't that a thing of beauty?
I tell you, that's the way I would go. If we were to do it again, I would still get the 1200 because I love it, but I would do that.
But yeah, I'd go with a 550 chassis. Start with that, and then you're off to the races.
Yeah, you're right. That is big bucks. That's got to be really expensive.
It is, but the thing is that if you don't get it platinum edition,
yeah,
then it's not that bad.
Yeah.
We only paid 66,000 for our 450 Canadian.
That is awesome.
So we're talking 42,000 USD. And so we got an XLT. We didn't get the higher end packages. We only got exactly what we needed, and we saved money there. So and when you think of it, over 10, 15 years, that's not a bad price. 10 years, like 6,000 a year, is 500 a month.
He just added lithium batteries today. 2 of them?
Isn't that
2?
today too?
Oh,
also. So we'll have to look out for that video.
Yeah.
So I'm always interested because I knew it was adding lithium. Took a while for me to wrap that around my head because it's not just a lithium battery. We also put an inverter charger, which makes the converter obsolete. So we took out the converter. Now, however, because we took out the converter, or is it through the wiring harness of the truck, because the lithium battery runs at a higher voltage than the alternator in the truck, at least if the battery is low, then you can get a little bit of a charge across to it. But lithium batteries tend to run higher than what the alternator can put out. So you can't charge the lithium battery when you're driving down the road off the engine alternator. Unless you get special equipment and run a special wiring from the alternator, you have to boost it up, wire it directly, and you can get more oomph out of it and get the voltage up. But we chose to not do that. We figured between our solar, shore power, and a generator that we didn't need alternator charging when we were driving. Could we have used it? Yes, definitely. Yes. On the way down in October up north, there wasn't that much sun, and it was cloudy. and there wasn't that many days, hours of daylight. We purposely went into some state parks just so that we could plug in our overnight. Just we didn't use water or sewer. We just needed, a 15 amp service
You
just
okay with
just to charge up our battery. But once we got down to California, our solar kept us going all winter.
Yeah. You okay? All right.
Can you rent RV? Yes, you can rent RVs. There's a lot of places. It's pricey,
Yeah.
but it's still cheap because the priciness has to do with the insurance component. It really, it's like the equivalent cost of a hotel room. They kind of start at around 100 a day and up, depending on the RV. But if you're not sure about an RV, I would definitely recommend that would be the way to go. Rent it by the week, a week or two would be the way to go, and test out if that's what you want for sure. We have our RV dealer where we bought our Eagle Cap has a rental department, and they rent, class Bs, vans, class Cs, campers on a truck, all ready to go. Just bring in your suitcase and your paper plates and food, and you're off to the races.
Right.
And that's definitely the way to go. If you're not sure, you don't have experience with RVing, renting is the way to go. And really, just just Google RV rentals, and you'll see. And there's a lot also. If you're looking for used, there's also some great networks to buy used. If you're looking for a specific brand, then there's probably a Facebook group for that. So there's an Eagle Cap Facebook group, and a lot of people promote there that they're selling their 8-footer for a 10-footer, and so we know with the Eagle Caps used, they don't stay on the market very long. They get scooped up fairly quickly. So yeah, it's a sought after brand name.
Yep. You guys on your land right now? No. The next one. No.
No, we are not. Right now we're editing March videos.
If we were, we would be in the middle of a hurricane right now.
Yeah.
Because right now,
Yep.
if you want to show the picture.
Yeah, I think Grandpap came a little later. So
This is what's happening right now where our land is.
Let me zoom this in a bit. Okay, so there's the hurricane.
And there's
there's Cabo San Lucas.
You see Todos Santos
there's
right
Todos
there?
Santos.
Yeah.
And our land is about right there. So right now, 18 knot winds right now.
Yeah.
So let's put this in motion again. Let's see which way it's gonna go.
And boom, there we go.
See, it's just gonna skirt our land.
Yeah, we just lost our palapa.
Yeah, I think our sunshade roof, we knew.
Yeah.
We didn't spend a whole lot.
The water tank too. It's got a little bit of water left in it, but I can guarantee you with this kind of wind, it's probably knocked off too. Yeah.
So we are in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada for the summer. This is where our home base is. We went full time, but we did not sell everything. We still have a house that we rent out, and we don't rent out the garage. And we took out our personal things and important things, and we rent out our house totally furnished and set up, kitchen, everything. We just thinned it out, and so we rent it out year round. So we stay in our camper in the summer and in the winter. Now with the My Sharona, we are looking at having the unfortunate strong possibility of having to close up our camper for the winter, winterize it. And our plan is to fly down to Cabo San Lucas and go back to our lifestyle of renting a condo by the month for the winter in Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah.
So what else do we have? Still here? Oh, Millie, still here.
He said
Awesome.
hi to Millie. She's still here.
Thank you, Millie.
Well, we should. What time is it? What are we at here?
We're at 10. Look at that, 10 to 8. So
Oh my gosh.
10 to 10. You guys are
Man,
troopers.
we're chirpers apparently.
We're troopers. Well, this is where it gets fun. Yes, I planned the kind of traveling to Baja. Um, we just at this point we just don't know how much we can talk about that. We can just call it the Wednesday night chat and kind of just go with it and let it evolve.
Yeah.
This has been great, having the
Yeah,
questions.
because the questions help, because then if you guys have any questions, it helps keep the conversation going, and that's awesome.
We'd really like to have somebody else there in that little box instead of us,
We don't like having two of us.
but it just
It is what it is, Papa.
it is. So we'll just put our we're what we're the charities that we have close to our hearts. Being summertime and now with a hurricane coming by, that's going to make life a little difficult.
One of these times I'm going to have to make a video on what we eat now, because it's very different than what we did in Baja. But well, kind of the same. It's just it's not farm fresh.
It's not farm fresh.
No.
And it's not keto.
It's not keto anymore.
Though we did really well on keto, it really helped us getting things in check.
Him.
Yeah, it helps me.
Not me so much.
Yeah, I need to stay off starches and carbs.
His body type is more of the fruit, vegetables. He can eat the meat and the fat, so he does good on keto. But for myself, I like to stay away from the protein. I don't need so much protein. I do really well on a whole 30 diet, like a whole food, plant-based, because I just do better. I need more fiber. I need more fiber. I had a what?
Feed my feral cat.
Oh, you got a kitty.
That's like our Mexican dog.
Yes.
We inherited a dog when we were in Mexico.
Yeah, I miss her.
So I'll tell you what, I think the questions are calming down. It's getting late. I think we get all excited and charged up, but I think people are starting to wind down.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do is just wish you a great evening. We're just going to do our outro.
We'll do the outro.
And you know what? I will look for video, because we still had our cameras and our camera downloads. I will look for footage from that 2017 tropical storm we were in and see if we can kind of show you some clips next time on that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And don't forget, we're live on Saturday also, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Check the description below. There's a little bit of backstory on Tumbleweed RV Life, and that you should be able to enjoy. That you should enjoy. It's always fun. Also, our intros on our videos are always constantly changing a little bit, so don't fast forward through them. We always like to tweak them and add content relative to where we're at in the timeline of our videos. So we're constantly changing that. We're also going to be changing our intro and outro, and just tweaking the content based on the latest videos. So anything else, Mama?
I think that's it. I just want to make sure I say goodbye to everybody.
For some reason, there was a switch when I first set up StreamYard for streaming. There was a switch, a checkbox to save the comments, the chat comments, or the chat with the video on YouTube once it was done. I cannot find that switch. I said no. So once the video is over, the chat is gone. And if anybody knows where I need to find that switch to turn that back on, let me know, please. That would be awesome. You can do that in the comments below. That'd be great, because I will see that. We reply to all the comments that we get to our videos and chats. So I'm just going to wait 1 second. Aw, thank you.
That's so sweet. I'm going to send you a big hug. You're so sweet. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. We sometimes don't know what to say. We just yap. That's why it helps to have people ask questions. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Just going through
Is
the
Millie
comments.
still here? If you are, we'll see you later.
Steak and ribs, yeah, barbecue's awesome.
Why, and every chat I go on, I don't know why it happens, but we end up talking about food. Why?
And especially in the
Now
morning.
I'm hungry.
We do intermittent fasting, so we don't eat till the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then we go on the morning chats, and everybody's talking about food.
Breakfast, like what was it? Not steak and eggs, but it was like sausage and eggs or something like that. And I was like, oh man. We do so well, but then when we see everybody talking about like food, it's hard.
Well, thank you, Paul. That's awesome. There's nothing real planned here. We're just hanging out, and we'd like our channel has always been about making videos for our grandchildren, so they could feel like they're with us
Yeah.
as we're traveling,
Yeah.
and B, really to help people out, to document our experience and how we transition from.
And I'm going to put a C in there because now that we've been doing lives and we've been meeting such awesome people like Millie and James, and I think our first one was
Millie and James.
Millie and James.
Yeah. And we came over to Millie and James live from Kent and Lisa's Living Light RV.
That's it. Yep.
So, because we actually met Kent and Lisa on our prairie road trip, and we hooked up with them at their work campground.
Yeah.
And we did a video of 5 questions to full-time RVers. So we answered each other's questions, 5 questions.
That was fun.
So it was a little bit of a long video, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun having a collaboration with another YouTuber, full-time RVer. So that was fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Going green, Mom. Oh, I did not do well with it.
Okay.
IF.
Okay, thanks, Miss Southern Belle. We'll see you on the next one.
Oh yeah. Is she? I didn't do well with IF. It helped.
Histamine, but not weight or mental health. The thing with IF is what I find, if I eat like oranges, like we'll eat the little kind of oranges, like we love those. But if I eat something sweet like that, like a fruit late at night after supper, I wake up and my stomach's growling in no time at all.
And he has no control. Like I'm the cook, right? So I can, I can hold him off a little bit, but he's like, oh, Mom, I'm hungry. And it's already 10 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, can you hold at least till 12? But no.
So, okay. So we got 15 likes. Thank you very much for that, for everybody doing that. So I'm just going to close that because it's bandwidth. So I'll tell you what, there's 2 minutes left. What I'd really like from you guys is, even if the chat, don't leave it in the chat because there's no chat once we finish.
Hi, James. James and Millie are both there now. He must have just got home from work or something. Yeah. So what did you want to do? I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
I guess this is a good time slot then, because we started at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain. So this must be a good time slot for James, because James, I think, works later. I think you work till 9, I think, James, and not really home until 9:30, quarter to 10.
Yeah.
So this probably works, at least to catch a little bit. This probably works a little bit. At least you can catch a little bit of it.
Right.
And then I think Saturday. I think you work Saturdays too, guys. And we have we're actually swapping with Bob's Adventure on Wheels. So we used to go at 9 Mountain, and now we're going at 8, and he's going at 9.
He's going at 9.
So we're swapping with him.
Yeah.
So it's in the Stream Element chat. So now we're going to be we're going to be regularly chatting. So every Wednesday, every Saturday morning. So now we're in the schedule, and 2 videos a week, guys. So
Papa's busy.
We're committing to that as long as I don't get too busy. Manuel was supposed to come on, but when we talked to him, we video chat him this afternoon from Cabo San Lucas, and We barely got a connection through Messenger.
Oh my gosh, he just messenger us and he said he doesn't have electricity.
So
Show the storm that's hitting them right now. That's why he doesn't have electricity. Cabo is getting hit right now with a I don't know what they call it. What did they call it? It was
a hurricane.
a hurricane, but there was a name. And see,
Yeah,
Manuel,
Hurricane Genevieve.
yeah, Emmanuel just says, "Sorry, Papa, we don't have electricity." Get rid of the other one. Disclaimer. Get rid of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, Papa, we don't have electricity. So we were gonna put Manuel up, but he doesn't have any electricity right now. But he did go out and he got some water, he got some food to make sure that, you know, he's got all the provisions.
So there you go. There's the watching you. Oh, thank you, Millie. That's awesome.
Do you have to edit much?
Yes, we do, because we don't plan our footage. We just shoot, or should I say, Tracy just shoots. And you know, and sometimes it's like this, you know, going back and forth. So I have to pick the better parts. But so nothing's planned in terms of shooting. So that's very quick to shoot, but it takes longer to edit. But I've gotten good at it. I know her video style, so I'm able to edit it pretty quick now.
Oh man,
it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, there's a lot of bloopers. We should do a blooper reel sometime because oh my god, you guys would have a hoot.
Yeah, well, we were looking at some of our earlier videos, our season 2 videos today, and we would really try to have kind of catchy, funny closes and bloopers, and you know, we try to capture all that, but we try to make our teaser opening, you know, funny. You know, it's like.
But in the very beginning, you know, when we first started doing videos, he was so a personality that I almost had to have. I literally had a script, and I was like, I can't do it. I just can't. Number one, I can't memorize nothing. It's a good thing I was never a Hollywood person because I would never.
We did scripts on under
God.
5 videos or under. We did scripts, goodness, no. And then we basically got into rhythm, and you know, we kind of know what we say all the time. We've narrowed it down, and we kind of kept it consistent. and it wasn't really written down, but we came up with you know, living your dream now and today, and not waiting till tomorrow or someday.
Well, that's why we're doing it. And that was natural.
And that kind of, those words kind of came to us. And the other one is, you know, do you want to travel big and live small, or you know, do you want to travel a little
big
and no, travel a little and live bigger, you know, like live big.
Yeah.
So fifth wheel versus truck camper.
Right.
So, you know, so if you have a bigger unit, you know, it limits a little bit how much you can travel in terms, especially cost wise, right? You start pulling a fifth wheel around, the fuel starts to add up. So, you know, when the people that have the larger fifth wheels, I kind of noticed that's their full-time life, if you want, because we don't have a house anymore. I mean, we still have a house, so we can go back to that. So we could go smaller. But when you're in a larger rig, like a larger fifth wheel, you tend to not move as much. And a lot of people live in that and actually move to work. So it's like they're taking their house with them, and then they stay a while in one place, or they're not traveling every day to sightsee. They'll go to a place and then stay a week to a month in one place, and you know, and sightsee and check out the area, and then move on to the next. Whereas the van and camper life is more, we're going here, yeah, but we're not staying in an RV park or in a state park. We're going somewhere remote in the middle of nowhere, and we'll stay there for a few days, 3 days, a week, and then move on. And we, like when we came down the California coast, we just kept moving.
Yeah. Well, I have to answer this one. It says, Millie or James, what prompted you guys to travel more? And what was the big push? Well, I can tell you right now, this is off the cuff for myself. My dad had suffered with cancer. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I was taking care of him. And while I was taking care of him, Christian was working, and I don't want to say get sick, because he wasn't sick. He just had heart, a virus. You want to say? No, what do you want to call that? What was it?
It was through stress,
Through stress
basically
at
the
work.
stress of work and lifestyle. I had a viral infection on my heart muscle, on my big heart muscle.
Mhm.
So it presented as a mild heart attack. Though when they did all the testing and
Yeah.
coronary, injecting the dyes and all that,
Yeah.
the doctor said I had great coronaries, like
Yeah.
it was clean. So it was just an infection. And so I just needed to take it easy. I was hospitalized for 5 days, just to let the swelling of the heart muscle go down from the infection. And I've been fine, it's like,
Yeah. Well, he went at that point, I couldn't go anywhere with him. I couldn't do anything because I was taking care of my dad. So at that point I said, because he was under stress. So he went to Cabo by himself to relax and recoup and de-stress. And then finally when when he came back, he was a little bit better, but he did have to go back to work. And that was hard for me to see him do that because this had already taken a toll. Well, when he came back and then my dad got worse, and when he finally passed away, it was like, well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna wait till we retire and then pass away, or are we going to get out there and see the things that we want to see and just get out there, period. Like, there were so many places I wanted to see in my life that I have never seen. He's seen a lot more, like traveled a lot more than I have. I mean, I had babies and that was it. Like, I didn't go very far outside of Saskatchewan.
all right, guys, I know
Oh, we have to go.
Why?
I don't know. Are you saying we have to go?
No, I
Oh.
said, all right, guys, I'm answering Millie and James here. The toughest thing, James and Millie, and for everybody else that's trying to go full time and hitting the road, is income.
Yeah.
Very few people,
Oh my God.
yeah, there's a lot of people that they have great retirement savings and all that. We don't have any of that. We have no retirement savings whatsoever. So we're cash flowing this lifestyle. And that was the big thing of going back to work and getting everything set up. But the hardest part was, the piece of the puzzle that's most important is the income on the road. And yes, people do a lot of great videos on how to earn income on the road. And I looked at those and it's like a lot of them are sketchy or a lot of work for a little reward. And that's the tough part, is getting that one figured out. For example, a great kind of business model are the nurses, right? The mobile nurses, the people that basically go to different cities, they get a contract, and then they set up basically a job contract, and then they can explore everything in that area. And that's kind of the way to get around it, to get that income. I'm fortunate. I can do technical work from my computer. Anywhere.
Yeah.
So as long as I have an internet connection. I do have that stress that we ended up in places with no internet, and where I had to tell my clients, listen, I'm gonna be dark.
I know, I hear that.
I'm gonna be dark for a little bit. So um, to have no internet, like no data and no cell, it's only happened.
Sorry, I have to take the dogs out to pee.
So it hasn't happened very often, but coming back, that is the key, is trying to find that income source that you can do truly mobile from anywhere. And you just got to figure out, guys, what are your skill sets? What can you stumble into? Then there's work camping, or working to a point where you're working 6 months a year, you're saving up all your bucks, and then you hit the road and kind of do 6 months sabbatical, 6 months working. And hopefully, if you're in a rig, you might as well be doing work camping and trying to develop your online business. It could be Amazon affiliate, selling stuff on eBay, setting up all the look what Gary's doing right now on Daydream. He's getting all his lines in the water in terms of Teespring merch, YouTube affiliate. He's monetized. He's got Patreon. So you cast all those lines and you hope that different ones will grow, and then try to find something that will provide your kind of your main bread and butter. But that is the key. It's income. Really, that's what will get you on the road. So baby steps, baby steps. Put it out there. Just see yourself, visualize as you're falling asleep and waking up in the morning. Visualize yourself just doing what you're doing. My my dream was the desk was the other way around, but I would see the window and I'd look up and I'd see the ocean. And it took about a couple of years, so 2017, 18, and then so it took 2 years to make that all happen, to make all the planetary alignments. So you just got to put it out there, but you got to visualize it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just see yourself doing it, and the universe will take care of the rest. If that makes sense. Hopefully, I'm not getting too kind of too. I call it granola. Hey, little bit crazy. Our chat is just kind of going on as uh, as we get questions, and we're just exploring RV life and how to do it full time. Uh, was it scary at the beginning? Well, the scariest part is that we were sitting debt free. So we didn't have a mortgage. We had a house. We had a car. No loans. No credit card debt. But we were bored as hell. But we were happy that we were debt free, but we had no retirement savings. So we were kind of stuck in a different kind of limbo. So now you have to roll the dice. So I started my business, but I was forced into it. It was set up, but I was forced into it too early. And so I went back to work in my field, and I was able to set up my business and our personal finances properly to do this. So we had something to fall back on. And then that removed 90% of the stress. But while we were working and setting up the financing on the truck and on the camper, there was a timeline. The job I was in was very stressful also, and I knew there was going to be a limited window where my business would expire. It only had so much shelf life that I could shelve it. And this job was getting more and more stressful. But I needed the job for the financing, to set up the financing. And as soon as we made the commitment and the down payment to buy the truck, then we were committed. Now there's no really going back. We purchased a 450. That's not a daily driver. Without a camper, what do you do with it? Even for my work on the pipelines, that's too much truck,
Yeah.
for a consultant. So we were committed at that point. So we made the purchase. We agreed to purchase the truck. So we signed the commitment to purchase in September. We made the commitment to purchase the camper in February, and we basically closed on the camper in February. Other financing we closed in January, I think, January. And so that's, so we're talking September, October, November, December, January, February, 6 months of not knowing if I'd be able to stick with this job. So there was a sense of urgency to get it done, but it wasn't happening all right away because we wanted to enjoy the journey. I mean, who doesn't like going shopping, right? For a truck and a camper and accessories and, doing all that. It was fun. But the job was stressful and trying to work full time. And my job was about 60 hours a week. I think James can relate to that. And trying to cut a video for every Saturday and go out on Sunday and take some footage, going to an RV dealer or checking out campgrounds. So it was pretty hectic, and then in May, basically my employer made the decision for me. I wasn't sure if I was going to stick it out for another year and try to build up some retirement savings. And so my employer made the decision for me. And we decided at that point the decision was made. We had everything we needed and we went full time. And I'm so thankful that we did. And we were able to do what we did by doing the trip all the way down to Baja and spending the winter on our land. If we had waited and all of a sudden we had the camper, we didn't go out last winter, well, we can't go this winter. If we
Yeah.
hadn't done it, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we would have decided like now and we would have had the truck and the camper and we would have been literally stuck here, not gone anywhere.
And haven't experienced what we experienced last year.
Yeah.
No matter
That would have
what,
been sad.
no matter what happens, as you can tell, it doesn't matter in terms of the physical and material for us.
No.
But I will always be thankful that we had at least 1 year. If basically it all goes to hell in a handbasket, nobody gets to go nowhere for, ever, the Green New Deal, nobody goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Then I'm grateful that we did get to do it for a year.
At least once. Yeah.
At least we did, we pulled the pin for a year.
Yeah. For sure.
So I don't know if that answers the questions in terms of how to get there. That's basically a philosophical, spiritual question in terms of how do you make that transition.
It's a big one. Yeah.
And it is really just do the visualization.
Yeah.
See yourself doing it. Don't ask how, just do it in your mind.
Yeah.
Because the universe does not differentiate between in your mind and really experiencing it.
No.
It just makes it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. And you got to figure out what's more important.
Hello, Victoria Mad Wallace.
What is happening?
Victoria Mad Wallace. That's an interesting name. I'm not sure if we have Victoria as a friend. Let me check, Victoria. No, we do not.
I was wondering about that.
Hang on.
Victoria May Wallace.
Okay, Victoria May. Are you a content creator? Because what we will do is we will check out your channel. We'll put you on the guest list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a new name.
That's a new name?
Yep.
Okay, and it's over here.
You have so many. Maybe I'll go on.
You know how many tabs I have open?
He has at least.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have to type it. I can't copy paste it.
She said yes.
She is? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to come on and tell us a little bit about your channel?
Oh, that's true.
Victoria?
That's my friend Victoria. Oh, that's your friend Victoria. Millie said, or James.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let us know if anybody would like to come on. Friends with Millie. Okay, awesome. Well, that is awesome. New friends. So
I love it. I love it.
I put you on the guest list here. I'll show you the guest list. There's the guest list. So we will go check out your channel, and we'll have your link. And
how long are we going to be on for there,
we will send people your way. As long as there's still 8 people in the How long are we on for?
He could talk forever, guys. So
can you tell? James, I used to be in sales.
Exactly. James, I have a
Sure, okay.
James will understand.
Okay.
Chatter.
Victoria wants to come on. Let me put the link out.
Chatterbox.
There's the link.
ACE. Oh, there she is. Okay. Oh yeah, Millie had her on with. That's right. She had her on with Kathy, Chatty Kathy, at one point.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That was 2 days ago.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so we'll just wait for Victoria to hit the green room, and we'll get things ready for her.
Oh, you know what? She's somebody I can ask about the electric trike.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I want to get a bicycle, but I don't know what to get.
Well, it's got to fit on a bumper receiver on the front of the truck. Me too. I can talk. Oh, device not connected.
No.
Okay.
Me too. I can talk. James is.
Oh, here we go.
Cracking.
Here we go. Here's Victoria.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get Victoria on. Just hang on, guys.
I gotta add her.
Yeah. In the meantime, talk to Maggie.
There, I got her. Oh, she's gone.
She can't stay connected. So
Oh,
we
she can't
lost
stay connected.
we lost Victoria. I think she's got a bad internet connection.
But look at this. You gotta see her. You guys gotta check it out. She's got a little tricycle with a little basket in the front, and she carries her dog up there. I need that. I need that, Papa.
I need that. Okay. Yeah.
You can have the two dogs up
We
front.
gotta have the basket.
You gotta have the basket.
Well, we were thinking of going with a quad, I think, but if we went with a quad, then we have to have a trailer. Who else is the Griswold Ministry? Okay.
Is anybody up next?
I'm just looking. No, we're not really. We're not stepping on any. Oh, here we go. Victoria's back. Hang on. Say hi.
There, I got her.
There we are.
Hi,
Oh,
can you hear me?
There's Victoria.
I look,
We can hear.
I can hear you.
Can you hear
I
us
look a
okay?
mess because I just came in
Oh
from
my gosh.
pulling weeds in the
Here.
garden outside.
Did you see Papa's hair today?
There.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, mostly my site started off with me and my trike and my little dog, and it kind of grew into just anything I could come up with. And then it grew with the help of Millie and others into me doing lives. And I like to sing. If you watch my lives, I like to sing. I sing good, but I do like to sing.
Nice. I love your
But,
trike. I love your
thank
trike
you.
because I can have my dogs up front in the basket.
If you look at the new trike,
Oh, you got a new one?
the red one is my old trike that I bought off of Craigslist for
Okay.
$1,000 from it belonged to an old man that was going blind and he couldn't drive a car anymore. And
Oh,
so I think he had the bike for a long time because I didn't have it quite a year worth of rides. It was actually 2 summers, but um, then we started having trouble with it. And I liked the style of the bike, because you're sitting up front, up
yes,
high
yes,
enough
yes,
that the
yes.
cars can see you. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's got the ignition is on the front headlight of the bike, which I liked
Oh,
that style
yeah,
because most of the trikes, the key is either down by the basket or it's under the seat. And for some
yes,
reason, I just didn't like that style. And most of them are like lower to the ground, like a recumbent, more like
right, right,
that. And so I mean, it cost $2,000 for a brand new one. And I
Ooh.
saved for a couple of years, and with the help of my husband, I got the new one, which is a blue one.
Oh,
And
that's the blue one.
yeah,
Ah, I
and
see it.
as I take my old dog, he's 14, the one you see in the front basket, the Chorky. I
Yeah,
take him everywhere, but now we have a younger, like Chihuahua type dog,
yes.
and he feels neglected if mom only
Oh,
takes one. So he's
oh,
like, you're favoritizing my brother and not me, and
yes.
then they fight, so I have to take them both.
You gotta
But
take them.
yeah, I took an old bicycle, a child, the bicycle trailers that you
Yes,
haul behind your bike for children. And I took the
yes.
seats out of it and I opened it up and I let the wheels off of it and everything. And I sat that behind, right on top of the basket in the back.
Oh,
So it's higher even now. And I put my little dogs in the back of there and I can enclose them in there if I feel worried that they're going to get out, because I noticed
yes,
before that, when I would put them in the back basket and I closed the lid down, so they were safe, people
yeah,
would make comments, oh, the poor dogs, and I thought, I'm just trying to keep them safe. So then
exactly.
I came up with the idea of putting the child trailer on top of the basket. so that I could put them in there. And you know, it don't. I haven't had people make those comments anymore about
Excellent.
them. But I can haul a lot of groceries now too. I can have my dogs in
I
the
bet.
top and still put a bunch of stuff in that bottom basket and not have it fall all over the dogs or something. So,
Oh, that's great.
So
I love that.
how long do you get out of a charge?
uh, you get 20 miles
20
and
miles?
it takes
Oh,
Oh, that's
4 hours to charge it. The first bike was a lead acid battery setup. And this one, the second one, the blue one, is now a lithium and it has a power boost. I believe the boost is, I haven't never opened the battery box, so I'm not really sure if the power boost is in the box with the batteries or whether it's in the front tire, which is the engine.
okay. Okay.
So now it pushes a little bit better uphill when the other one, you know, it would, you know, like it
Yeah.
was
yes,
struggling
yes,
to get up
yes.
the hill. So, but you still have
So
to push it. If the hill is too steep,
yeah.
it'll make the engine drag. So you don't really want to do that. And it's pretty heavy. I mean, it weighs 75 pounds and it
Wow.
goes
Wow.
20 miles an hour. So
That's
it
not
goes
bad.
faster than a lot of the bikes too. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the bikes only go about 14, maybe 17 miles an hour, but this one goes 20 miles an hour, which is what also made me like the bike more than some.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
love the basket part because that's where I'd be the one. I'd be the one taking the dog. So I love the basket part.
right, right. But like you said, it's just an idea to if you can get a child's trailer that
Yeah.
you can remove the wheels and the hitch. Then you can just set
Yes.
that, open it up all the way, and set it right on top. If you watch my ride to the 7-Eleven, you'll see how I have the trailer back there on top,
Okay.
and I'm picking up the dogs and putting them inside. So yeah, and then you have
Oh,
the
that's
full bottom basket, as I said, if you want to like go shopping and or thrift storing or yard selling, you have that whole area under them to still store a lot of things, you know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I don't drive. I've never had a driver's license. I'm a kind of one of
Okay.
Okay.
those
Okay.
driving Miss Daisy type people. I don't have a wish to ever own a car or drive. I
No.
mean, so that's why I absolutely love the bike because it gives me that sense of freedom, and I'm not as scared to ride it as I would be if I mean, I've tried to drive a car, but I'm too scared. They just scare me for some reason. But the
Well,
bike is easier.
yeah. Well, you know what? Being that we're in Canada, I hated driving in the wintertime. I
Yeah,
hate driving.
you can't drive this trike in the winter. I mean,
Oh,
I know that Canada gets real deep snow just like here in the winters. Mostly in January and
where are you?
February is our deepest winter, or the
Where
black
are you
ice.
looking? Where are you
I'm in
located, Victoria?
Washington State. Washington State,
Oh,
right by the Canada border. We're not maybe, but
oh,
no, maybe 300 miles, I think, from the
nice.
Canadian border.
You know what?
So,
Yeah, we went through Washington, Oregon. We went down the whole coast to go to
uh-huh.
Baja this last time. Oh my God, you got beautiful country
Yeah.
there.
And actually we stayed with a friend in Bellingham for about 3 4 days.
Beautiful.
Well, I live in the Tri-Cities, Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick. It's right on the Columbia River. I'm about 5 blocks. What?
Oh my God.
My husband's yelling from the other room. He says, we're right above Oregon, about 30 minutes from it.
Okay, so you're right by the border. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. We've got Canada to one side of us,
Yeah, yeah.
Oregon to the other. And what's behind us? He says the ocean's on one side of us.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
true.
Yep.
You're on the Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right. I mean, if you follow it just a I don't know, probably about 100 miles down, you're going to hit the ocean. It's going to empty out into the ocean.
Wow.
So,
30 miles
yeah, we're not
upstream.
far.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Excuse
that's
me.
beautiful country. Beautiful country.
Yeah, it's more tumbleweeds and sagebrush in our area. We've got some trees, but it's
We're
nothing.
tumbleweed.
Yeah, yeah, I could do without the tumbleweeds.
Oh,
But yeah, we're real
So,
close up there.
so Brookings.
No, we have some pretty hardy winds that get me worried. Sometimes we've had, what, 50-mile-an-hour winds?
oh my.
He's ignoring me
Where
in
are
there
you?
now.
Oh, she's
But
So,
and we've
sorry.
never. Oh, God bless you. We've never had twisters here up until the last few years, and we've had 2 twisters right outside the Tri-Cities. So
oh,
they're
Tri-City.
starting to get a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to dirt devils, if you know what those are. We've
Yeah,
had
Yes,
yeah.
plenty of
yes.
those growing up here, but
Oh
never
yeah,
ever have we seen a twister until like the
yeah,
last, oh, I don't know, 3 years ago, I think was the
yeah.
first one that I ever heard was an actual twister and getting close to us. And then I think about a year or so ago, we had another one that was even closer. So, yeah, that's got me a little
Wow.
scared.
Really?
Yeah,
You're so close
yeah,
to the coast too.
yeah.
Are you close to Coos Bay?
Are we close to Coos Bay? My husband said no. It's a ways from us.
Oh, okay.
We're like in this little bowl. Spokane is about, oh, I would say about 100 miles from us, and it's 3 cities. It's Pasco, Kent,
Oh,
Richland,
you
and then there's Burbank and Benton City. And Benton City
yeah,
is actually
we're Spokane.
in the Walla Walla County,
You're
part
in
of
Oregon.
Walla Walla. We're right off of the Columbia River. If you find the
Yeah,
Columbia
you
River, find it to the driest spot,
yeah.
you'll probably find us.
Ah, okay. He's trying
We're
to find
farther,
one
yeah, we're farther over in that brownish colored
in the
area
brown.
over there.
Go up now. Go up.
Somewhere in that if you go up towards Canada and in the brown area, we should be in there.
Coville Resolution.
Where are we closest to? Walla Walla? We're closest to Walla Walla, so if you can
There you
find
go.
Walla Walla, you'll get closer to us
Yeah. Well, you got
in
Oregon on there.
Washington State. Yeah, we're in Washington State. He
There we
said
go.
we're below
There
Spokane
you
about
are.
100 and what? About 130 miles from Spokane.
Ah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Now,
there.
now
Now
we.
I know where you
Oh,
are.
okay. Further in.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
further in. We were on the coast.
See, we went to
Yeah.
Yakima. We went to Yakima. We went to the Eagle Cap factory
Mm-hmm.
in Yakima.
Oh, yeah. See, there's a lot of small area towns around us,
We
all
we
around
went
us.
we went through Portland.
But yeah, we went back towards the coast before we hit Richland and was it Kennewick?
Yeah.
So we didn't come too close. We went back to the coast and we went back to Portland after
Right.
Yakima.
Yeah, Kennewick is like right across the river. We've got, what, 3 bridges? We got 3 bridges that we can cross. One goes into Richland and one goes into Kennewick, or 2 go into Kennewick.
It was
So,
beautiful. That drive, like just following the Columbia River down, we had
yeah,
a massive headwind, but it was a beautiful drive.
yeah, it's I like the woods though. I like trees, and so there, it's a lot drier here than it is closer to Spokane. I think Spokane is pretty. the
Oh,
Cascades.
I never been where we stayed that night. Yeah, we actually stayed just before Spokane. We hit a logging road,
Uh,
and we just tucked behind a kind of like a acreage subdivision, and it was just a little logging road that went up above town. And of course, we always seem to overnight near a railroad track.
uh, yeah, a lot of railroad through here and through our area. I think that's the biggest when the Tri-Cities started. That's one of the main. What am I trying to find? The businesses that helped our economy here to build. We have along the rivers a lot of where the grains would come in on the ships, and then the trains were loaded from there,
Okay.
from the grain
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah,
Okay. Well,
that's mainly of what my channel is. There's, just a lot of this and that's in it. Whatever I can. There's a cooking recipe that I was trying to show, and
Oh, nice.
just different stuff. So,
well, we're watching a video right now, and so we're now new friends.
We're
oh, thank
subscribed.
you.
So
Thank you.
we're 363.
You guys are still
We're
building.
number 263.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I thank you guys.
No,
Yeah,
no
those are my
problem.
two besties right there,
Yeah,
Millie and Kathy. I've
they
been friends
are.
with, yeah,
They are
they,
awesome.
Kathy's been my friend for a couple of years now.
Oh,
She was one
nice.
of the first people I started following because she did prepping, and
Yeah,
she had these bags and stuff, prepping bags, and I
Yeah.
always was drawn to that, and bushcraft and off grid and that kind of stuff always interested me. Because I'm
yeah,
stuck in a town, so I like to live
yeah,
vicariously through the people that are doing the things that I would love to do. I mean,
yeah.
I love my life where I'm at and all that, but it's just fun to watch these people build something out of wood in the forest, and they slap
Exactly.
together shelters and they show you how to build fires and they're,
I love it.
canoeing and
Yeah,
fishing and all of that. It's just
yeah.
fun,
It
you
is
know.
fun.
Victoria, that's why I love homesteaders because that's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah, you get to build your own little greenhouses and grow your food
Exactly.
year round and you have your
Yep.
chickens and fresh
Yes.
eggs and
And
the
goats.
problem with
And goats.
me though, if I had to homestead and I had cows and chickens and stuff, my husband would want to kill them for meat eventually, and I'd have a problem with that because I don't eat meat. And so
Oh,
I would
see,
want to make I would want to make them my pets, and I would have a tizzy fit if
exactly.
I come home and my pet was no longer
Oh,
there.
exactly. That would be my problem, Victoria, because if I had animals, they would be pets. I could not. I could not. I just
I
can't.
mean, I eat eggs, but I wouldn't eat the chickens, and I
No,
would drink the
exactly.
milk, but I wouldn't want to eat the cow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm
yeah,
I'm
that's
with
my
you on
problem.
that. I'm with you.
My
I'm
husband
with
would
you.
see that as a problem. He
Oh,
likes
I
meat,
don't.
and I don't begrudge him meat, but I'd rather not.
Just want to say hi to Mr. Sir James.
Oh,
Cantonese,
Yes,
how are you?
hello, Mr. Katniss.
Thanks for joining us. I uh, I just need to drop some video quality here. We're starting to lag.
well, I wish that we would have met you before and we could have said hi on our way down to Baja because you
Oh,
seem like
that would have
an
been
awesome lady.
fun.
Yeah, you seem like an awesome lady, and we would have gotten along. I'm just perfect.
Yeah, we were so close.
Yeah,
We were.
yeah, and we got the cheapest park And so we live in a 55 or older park, and it's really peaceful. And like I said, it's the cheapest park in the Tri-Cities. So we only pay $350 a month for the
Oh,
lot.
wow.
And it's, I think
That's
if you're just
awesome.
going to be a guest, it's like $25 a night. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
my goodness.
considered expensive, but most of
That's
the
cheap.
perks around here is over 500 and up a month.
A month, yeah.
Yeah, and we feel safe here because it is a 55 and older, and us older people, we tend to want to not have drama, and everybody helps everybody in whatever way we can. It's like I babysit my neighbor's dogs when she wants to go on a vacation for a little bit, or
Nice.
or there's a old lady on the other side of us, and her fridge isn't big enough to hold all the food from the food bank. So when she gets her food bank box, she calls me, and I go get the box, and I take a few things for us that we can use, and then I
Oh,
take
I love
that box to like 2 or 3 other neighbors, and I kind of pass out the food that, so it helps
Oh,
a lot of
that is
people.
so awesome. I love
Yeah,
that. That is so awesome. Well,
yeah.
I'm so happy to say hi to you and meet you.
Well,
I
I
am
thank
so
you for having me up.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on. It's like it seems like nobody wants to be our guest.
I'm surprised Millie doesn't come up here and talk, or
I
Mr.
don't know.
Cantonese.
Well,
He is a
let's see.
wonderful man,
They
by
might
the way.
they might be having supper or something, honey.
I don't know. I think Millie and James said they would come on when you said you'd come on. Millie and James, do you want to come on and just say hi? I know you guys are on a lot, but why don't you come on and just say,
It
I'll
did.
drop
It got
down
really
so
good.
that they can come up.
okay, sounds good. And if they don't, it's not a
Okay,
big
thank
deal.
you.
But okay, Victoria May,
So nice to meet you.
we will follow your
So nice
adventure.
to meet you. You guys have a wonderful
Bye.
evening. God
You
You
bless.
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, what a sweet lady. Oh my gosh. I wish we would have met her before. That would have been awesome to see her
Yeah, I
going home.
think I didn't do the measurement, but I think we were like within an hour of where they live
Yeah,
when we were in Yakima.
we were this close,
It's
Christian.
close.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm getting hungry and I'm getting tired. I gotta eat.
Okay, so why don't we just what is it? Reconvene on Saturday. Why don't we do that? And I really appreciate we had no really timeline and there was nobody behind us on the live, so it was fun that we were able to hang out for a few hours.
I loved it.
The
It was
time
fun.
just flew.
I did. But meeting new people, that was awesome. That made my night.
You betcha.
I love that.
You betcha. I say that a lot.
I have to do that.
Look, Ma, it's a moose.
Oh no. Oh no.
So on that note,
Oh no.
we'll call it a night and we'll catch up with you on Saturday.
Yes.
Don't forget the outro.